If you were to bite off a kneecap, how would it look?
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Good morning to you. Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for waking up with us this morning for the second morning in a row. The sun looked very strange on the ride in. It literally looks like a moon, like a red moon sometimes when you're driving in. But yeah.
You know why? It's because of those Canadian fires.
That's what I hear.
Yeah,
so the Canadian fires are causing the smoke. It actually looks pretty beautiful, though. So if you get some good pictures, let us know. We are waking up with you right on Woodward this morning. My name is Stick. To my right.
What up, though? It's Corey.
To my left.
Joey.
And over there in producer land, we have Alex and Kareem. Fish is manning the sound booth. Paige is here, and so is Jeff. And we got to talk to the both of them coming up next in Joey's news. Paige is going to add a story, and Jeff has his trending news. But guys, let's get into it. The biggest news of last night. I think all our phones were absolutely blowing up, destroyed because of one man. And one man only, the potential #1 overall pick for the Detroit Pistons was in Detroit last night, baby. And
yesterday around like 4 o'clock, he posted on his Instagram story a picture from the park with just Detroit and the location on it.
Yep.
And that's when we all just freaked out.
Yeah, so Cade Cunningham, obviously he is the darling. He's pretty much everybody's favorite to be that #1 overall pick. There's some lucky fans that got to hang out with him and see him, and he was taking pictures down by Comerica Park. You can tell that's right there by the parking garage to the left and Comerica Park to the right, obviously. And overall, man, the buzz was just insane last night, and I wasn't even at the game, obviously, but the buzz in the city, the buzz on Pistons Twitter, the buzz on our Twitter just exploded with the possibility of this guy being the #1 overall pick for the Pistons. And I haven't felt that buzz in a long time, man.
He said he was only going to meet with the team with the #1 pick. Who has the #1 pick? The Detroit Pistons. James Edwards of The Athletic did report yesterday that he was in town because he obviously met with the Pistons. And it's great to see that the #1 pick is already decided that, you know what, while I'm in town, let me go ahead and take in some of this Detroit lore. So what did he do? He went to a Tigers game. Now, would have been really great would have been to see him in that old English D. Then it would have really, that would have really set the wheels turning and got everything on fire. But having him here, our social media blew up. You right now, if you search Cade Cunningham, you know it's one of the first things that's going to pop up? The Woodward Sports tweet where the fans are chanting, "We want Cade, we want Cade." The consensus #1 pick is in Detroit, and he's taking great to the town. I love it. It's great things to be excited for, and hopefully the Pistons just draft this guy. He's here. He's embracing the lore. He's embracing the fans. He's embracing the culture. Bring him here.
It was at 95%, but now it's got to be like a sure 100%.
Yeah.
Like when you come in and visit, you're meeting with the team, doing your business, and you're out. But he's trying to get a feel for the city. That right there is telling in itself.
Right.
That he wanted to go to the park. They were chanting his freaking name saying, "We want Cade." Like, everything about it was just so perfect.
Yeah, if you didn't hear it, the fans were going nuts for him when they realized that he was there. But, Corey, to your point, Tigers PR, you got to be up there with a jersey and put it on that man immediately. You should have a #1 jersey just on deck. It doesn't even have to have his name on it.
Because, I mean, it's not tampering. It's not violating any rules by wearing a baseball jersey. That was an easy move right there.
Right.
I would have just ran to the store and just grabbed one off the hook and gave it to him and worried about the rest later.
Right, lace up his whole squad that was there too, because his trainer was with him last night and a whole bunch of other people. But yeah, if you didn't hear the fans chanting for Cade, this is what it sounded like at Comerica Park last night.
Did they put him on a jumbotron, or did people just catch one of these there? Because again, if they're hearing that, That's on the video. Gotta find him and put him on the jumbo screen.
Right.
What are you doing?
He should have been on Simba Cam last night. Like, I would have gone there and held up Cade onto the crowd. That's what should have happened last night. But for Cade to come to Comerica Park, experience that from the fans. I wish he would have been there on Saturday when there were 31,000 people there, so he really could have felt the energy about what a winner and what these fans can produce for you once you get them excited. But good game for him to go to last night. Tigers won 14-0.
He's already bringing good luck to the city.
We're 1-0 with Cade here, baby. Let's go. Overall, though, how excited are you guys? I was excited for the draft next week. We got some big plans. We got a call with the Pistons today at 12:30 about what we're going to be doing with them. But I was excited. Now, after seeing him in the embrace and what it means for I know I don't want to use social media to judge everything on the planet, but what I saw last night on social media was just a continuation of this evolution of Detroit sports that we're having right now. People are feeling good about the Lions. They're feeling good about the Yzer plan. They're feeling good about the Tigers and the way this season has progressed. Then the cherry on top, Cade Cunningham in Detroit last night, and everything was just feeding off of each other. It just it feels right. It feels good again.
It's simply Detroit's time. It's time for all of our sports to get out the basement and get to some type of championship form. I mean, I know the Lions have not created their championship form yet, but to the point, Detroit fans have suffered enough. It's time for us to be able to feel good about going to Tigers games again and Red Wings games again and Pistons games again and Lions games again. And this right here is the start of you're seeing all of the teams trending upward at the right time, and it's beautiful to watch.
Joey, how you feeling, man?
I feel good. I mean, you look at cities across sports right now. I mean, Tampa Bay obviously is atop them all. But I feel like Detroit could be a close second as far as just the feel that the city has, because I've never felt this in Detroit sports in years, since we used to win championships in the early 2000s, really. But right now, just the energy in the city and just seeing the way that the news is exploding after seeing Cade at a Tigers game, it's a good feeling.
Oh, it's a great feeling. Like, it gave me goosebumps last night, honestly, to hear those fans chanting that and to just see everybody excited. And, Harrison just had a great comment that he put up on the board, just saying that Woodward Sports came along at the right time. But that's literally it. Like, when Woodward Sports came about, every team was here, like at its very lowest. And that was part of the reason why we wanted to do this, because the narrative on all the teams was, oh, it's crap. Our teams are crap. They're never going to be good. The GM sucks. Why would you waste money to go to the games? Why would you support these franchises? And you hear that all the time on local radio. You hear it. You just heard it a lot. And we want to be a different voice. We want to bring the new energy. We want to capture what actual fandom is here in Detroit. And we're hitting the lotto right now, honestly, because we're all trending up together.
But you don't know what's interesting? Yesterday they played the Texans, right? The Texas Rangers, right?
Yes.
Cade Cunningham in his potential new hometown saw his hometown baseball team get their ass beat 14-2.
Maybe that's why he wasn't rocking the Tigers jersey, too.
That's a good point.
Because he's from Arlington, and the Rangers, where they play out of Arlington. So, that's
crazy. I didn't realize that. That's a good one.
Yeah, and that's why Houston really, really, really wants Cade. And we're going to go over our mock draft 4.0 coming up at 9 a.m. this morning. But, man, last night, just such a great night for the city. Once again, just keep building little by little like this so we can all, in the end, be on Woodward celebrating a championship during a parade. Like, that's the end goal with all of this, right?
I mean, hey, to your point about Houston, you guys can want Cade Cunningham all you want. Me, I would like to have Megan Thee Stallion, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. So just live with it.
You just say Megan Thee Stallion?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
that boy Corey.
I mean, wouldn't you?
You don't think you got a chance at Megan Thee Stallion?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe if I get that nice Woodward raise.
Yeah, there you go. She's on the cover of Sports Illustrated. You see that? Megan Thee Stallion and Naomi Osaka.
Yeah.
You got that Sports Illustrated already?
Oh, that's going to be framed.
So like I said, we got our mock draft coming up, and hopefully Andrew still has Cade going number 1 to us, because after last night, it's got to be. It's just got to be. And I think the city would absolutely riot if we took someone else.
If we even considered a trade, which is not that bad of an idea when you think about the capital you could get in that trade, it's still, this is the one time to where it's a surefire. We know Cade is going to be a hooper. He's going to be an all-star. Honestly, probably in even year 1, that this is a guy you can't pass up on.
I'm not going to say he's going to be a bust, but I'm going to say this. If you go with the consensus number 1 pick and it just for some reason it doesn't work out, okay, you live with that. But if you skip past the consensus number 1 pick to get somebody else and that doesn't work out and that guy ends up being a star, then it's going to be hell.
Yeah, well, the thing I like about Cade is, like, beyond us wanting him, other teams are trying to position to get this number 1 spot.
Which says a lot about who he is.
Exactly, and it also says a lot about his skill set, too, because, you know, teams wouldn't be trying to climb to get to that number 1 spot if it's like, oh, okay, I'm at 4, I could land a Suggs, I could land a Green, I'll be all right there. It's like, no, if I'm not getting that number 1 guy, I'm not getting the guy. And for the first time in a long time, Detroit is going to have the guy,
and the rest of the national media hates it, and I love every minute of it.
Think about games next season at Little Caesars Arena.
Oh,
like for real.
It's gonna be real electricity. It's gonna be. Everybody wants to see this guy play, and the Pistons are gonna have a guy that everybody wants to see play.
Yes. Oh, man, this energy feels so good, man. Like, I can't wait for our first game at Ford Field against the San Francisco 49ers. 65,000 people are going to be going crazy there just because of the potential of the season, right? And then LCA, if we get Cade next Thursday, when we get Cade next Thursday, and that first home opener game is going to be absolutely insane. So, yeah, let's just keep building on this momentum. Let's keep going after what we want. The most successful tank job in the history of the NBA went down with the Pistons, and we get rewarded. We've been rewarded in 50 years. This is our first number 1 overall pick in 50 years, and we're not going to fuck it up.
It's beautiful. It's making me emotional right now.
I'm telling you, last night I literally was sitting on my couch with goosebumps texting all you guys. Like, this is amazing. Like, the crowd, the city's embracing this guy, and I think we got our guy here to lead the way to the next great chapter of the Pistons history.
See, there's one guy, though, that I feel like might ruin Cade coming to Detroit, and it was the guy dancing on the stairs. I want you to play back that video real quick of the Cade chant. Because this guy dancing on the stairs got to be the biggest embarrassment to the whole city of Detroit. Look on the left.
Well, he ain't the dancing usher, that's for damn sure.
Well, I mean, that ain't what Cade wants to see.
No,
you don't want
man.
a grown-ass man twerking out there.
So, Cade, besides that guy, everything else was cool last night.
I wonder if he had a Coney.
He had to have.
What if he did? He did like the Lafayette American, and oh man,
we would have seen pictures, man. If that dude stepped out of that stadium and did anything else in Detroit last night, it would have been documented, and we would have seen pictures. If you want to check out the full article with every link to pictures and videos about when Cade was in town the last night, and we don't know, he could still be in town. He could be staying at the Townsend right over here in Birmingham, because that's where most athletes stay when they come into town. So, Cade, come on over if you're watching. You know, we're a block away. We'd love to have you this morning and just kind of pick your brain.
It's going to be sellouts at Little Caesars Arena, just like it is a sellout at Darren McCarty's 3rd annual charity golf outing, August 6th at the Links of Novi. And our friends at PAM, it's the Public Adjusters of Michigan, giving you a chance at a twosome right now. If you go to woodwardsports.com, just look for the PAM logo, click on it, sign up, and we're going to be picking one lucky winner. Pam, they got you money. They will do all the work. Why wouldn't you have them do it? So call PamFirst.com.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10 and a half months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
Hire a graduate of
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Welcome back. Live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Commenting, liking, sharing, dropping stars, and just letting us know that you're there. Let us know what you think of Cade in the comments. We want some Cade love in the comments all day long today. And even if you don't want Cade, you can put that too. You'll be wrong, but you can put that in the comments as well.
Is this the most excited you are for a new draft pick?
Yeah, I honestly, we've never had the #1 overall pick in my lifetime.
Yeah.
For the Pistons. So yeah, I mean, to
be honest, Darko time. Were you more excited then than you are right now?
I mean, I hate to admit this, but I was jacked for that draft, especially once those ping pong balls fell and the Otis Thorpe trade came through. We couldn't get the #1 pick, otherwise that pick would have gone back to Memphis, who traded it to us. So #2 was like the best we could do, and when we got that, like, my eyes lit up, and I started doing all the research, and,
Did you buy a Darko jersey?
I ordered a Darko Milicic Hemo Farm jersey from Europe.
You gave that man money?
No, I gave Europe money. I don't know if that went to that man.
I just did not believe any of the reports that were coming out. I'm like, man, they're just.
He was going to be the left-handed Kevin Garnett. That's what I was told.
Yeah. I was just like, man, I'm like, man, they just blowing up smoke. They're getting Carmelo because they can't. Of course, they couldn't get Bron.
Right.
So I'm like, they're getting Carmelo, and then it happened. And I'm like, holy shit, they really went. They really skipped past Carmelo.
Yeah, what drives me nuts in that whole thing is Carmelo, like, right when the draft picks were announced, and they knew, obviously, LeBron was going to Cleveland, and Melo had a quote that was like, yeah, we're going to have some battles between Cleveland and Detroit. Like, Carmelo was already committed to the city, too. That's one of the things that breaks my heart about that story. But that being said, yeah, I bought hook, line, and sinker. I was in. I was all in. A 7-footer. He could dribble. He's the evolution. He's Dirk Nowitzki, and yeah.
I think the only thing that saved Joe D is that we won the title that year.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Because if they didn't win any title, that he might be a hated man here.
But Darko didn't get paid off the jersey I bought. But speaking of people who are getting paid off of jerseys, University of Michigan has now cut a deal, and I think they're the first in the nation to do this, to where players will get paid off their individual jerseys. Now, they're not going to be like stocked in stores like that. You're going to have to special order your favorite player's jersey, and here's it's at mden.com. But for the first time ever, you can order anybody's jersey that's on the team. And what's interesting about this is, for the longest time, and this was a quote from the director of MDen, you could order 6 billion different names from around the planet on a jersey, except the 130 kids that were on the team. Which is so weird. Like, if I wanted a Joey Namath, Michigan
Custom
jersey, I could order a Joey Namath one.
So I couldn't get a Michigan one that said Edwards on the back?
No, not while he was playing. No.
That is crazy. Do any colleges have it like that, or is this kind of the new thing with the whole NIL?
Well, this is the new thing.
Yeah, I don't think you could get the custom jerseys at any point, and now you definitely, because before they used to just have just the number on the back.
Right, #1 is they just went with pretty much the blank #1 jersey. So now kids that are playing and doing well, and they can promote it. I mean, these kids, if they're smart, they can build ads for themselves. Like, they can really push this down the field if they really want to do it. But most importantly, you got to perform on the field. But with that being said, the deal that they're cutting with these kids, they could see upwards to $10 per jersey that they sell.
Not bad.
No.
I mean, that ain't bad at all. You're a college student, outside of your refund checks and stuff like that, you're getting get $10 per jersey. That's more than what they were getting before. That's for damn sure. So I'm a fan of it. Shout out to the MDN for being one of the first stores to do this with the school, because I believe that's their U of M's officially licensed store.
Correct.
So it's great that they went ahead and was proactive in doing this, and hopefully other schools will follow suit. This is going to be a great deal.
Yeah, I think it is. Just think of that one kid. Like, I'm just going to throw an arbitrary name out there because he was there last year, but think if Milton actually panned out and was the next Cam Newton like everybody was saying he was going to be. He would sell thousands of jerseys, and he would get his money rightfully so.
Or to that point, what about when Cade McNamara had his breakout game last year when he stepped in for Milton? He probably, at least within that short window, would have sold a whole lot of jerseys.
I mean, that's the thing, though. It's kind of all on performance now. So that's why I love it, is this is all going to push these athletes to perform better. Not that they're all money-driven, but, shoot, why not have a better game one time just so you can have that breakout jersey sale?
Yeah, because their jerseys are not going to be stocked. It's going to be off of custom orders. So there are going to be people actually having to place order for these jerseys, which means that they're not going to just buy it because it's on stock. They're going to buy it because they want your number, which means that you're probably not a scrub.
Right, but Joey, when we had this conversation, 3 or 4 months ago with Adam,
yeah,
and you and Adam were going back and forth, because you were arguing that you necessarily don't have to be a good player, you just have to be good at creating a brand.
Yeah.
So, if you're the dude, Two-Turn Tony, the dude here in Detroit that does, crazy videos on Instagram and stuff like that, let's just say you have a guy on your team that's like that. Maybe not a starter, but he's internet famous.
Yeah.
People are going to want to buy his jersey too. So these kids are going to have to start focusing on building their brand as well.
But I mean, that's kind of setting them up for success even outside of football.
Right.
So what I like is it's kind of you using that platform, being a part of the Michigan organization to really build and create longevity for your career, because a lot of these kids, let's be honest, how many, percentage-wise, actually continues to the NFL? I'd say probably 10% from Michigan or so.
Oh no, less than that.
I would say maybe 1 to 2.
Yeah,
that small.
Yeah,
maybe.
I feel like they get drafted at least, later draft.
They have some of the most players drafted, but actually making the league probably about 1 or 2%.
Yeah,
right.
it ain't easy, man.
1 or 2, but now the 98% other who will not make $1 from football have that opportunity to go out there and sell themselves off of whatever it is.
They just got to make sure they have that brand in order. That's for damn sure. But the one great thing about with this name, image, likeness is that, again, a lot of these guys are not going to make that league. It's only the upper echelon actually make the NFL. So what this is going to allow them to do is to take that money that they're earning in college while playing football and set themselves up for other business endeavors. Some of them, who knows, maybe they didn't even want to go play football for the rest of their lives. They're just playing football because they needed to, get out of their areas or have those rags to riches stories that we were talking about. So this eliminates the step.
You know what would have been the greatest jersey of all time? I'm thinking in my head, what would be a great number? Because I feel like people would switch their number based off of sales. Because imagine Jake Booty.
No,
with 69
Jake
on the
Butt.
back.
Butt 69.
Wait, well, who? No,
it's not. His name's Jake Butt.
Jake Butt. Who was Booty?
Booty?
Wasn't there someone Booty?
Yo Booty.
That's who it was.
Yeah.
That's who. I'm mixing them up.
Yeah, that was Yo Booty.
But imagine you could put weird numbers with it.
I wonder if they get credit for that though, because that's not their jersey.
No, I'm saying switch your number.
Oh, okay.
Switch your number,
to a trending jersey.
Yeah.
Here's my question too. What about retroactive jerseys? If I order a Desmond Howard one, is he going to get chipped off some things, or is that just sorry you're not?
It's active. It's got to be active.
It's active.
It's active.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I would love a Desmond Howard jersey. Yeah. Is there anybody on Michigan right now that you guys would order their jersey?
Honestly, no. There really isn't anybody yet.
I mean, there's a guy named Josh Ross that plays for Michigan. He went to St. Mary's, so maybe I'd get that.
Is that James Ross' brother?
Yeah, James and Josh. They're beasts.
Yeah.
So maybe I'd get that jersey, but honestly, I don't know anybody on the team right now that's a major standout like this.
McCarthy, I'm excited for this season, but
Sean Gary, when he came, I would have probably gotten a Gary jersey.
I would
Peoples
get
Jones.
I would get Ronnie Bell's jersey.
Okay.
I would get Ronnie Bell's jersey. I like him.
Yeah, Peoples Jones would have been good when he was playing. I would definitely rep that. And that's another thing. You think about that. Somebody from Detroit who is, a local legend goes to Michigan.
Jersey would have sold numbers.
Right. Yeah, he goes to Michigan, and all of Detroit would have bought that jersey, essentially.
Easily.
So, yeah, hopefully these kids start playing well and can make the money. I like that these business-making opportunities are opening up for them. I'm not a fan of ever getting to a point where we're paying these kids salaries. Like, I don't think that's a good move for college, but what I do think is giving them an opportunity to bring in supplemental income is perfect, as long as it's based on performance and as long as it's based on people wanting their product.
I think the way they have it set right now is, I don't want to say foolproof, but I could rock with this. Don't change it. I see how this works out, but I think that this is the way to go. With the schools trying to pay the players, it gets a little bit too tricky, but allow them to make their money outside of the university, why not?
Oh, there you go, Joey. They say his Jake Butt's Twitter is J Booty. So maybe that's
why I think
I was going to say, maybe that's where you got it from.
That's why I think it.
Yeah.
I swear his name was Booty.
No, it's Jake Butt.
That's amazing.
Yep.
He was a good player in Michigan, though. I liked him.
Yeah. No, he was a hell of a tight end
yeah.
for Michigan. Great job. Oh, Braylon Edwards jersey. Vinny would want a Braylon Edwards
Honestly,
jersey.
when you go back all time, Braylon probably would be the #1 seller.
I'd probably say Woodson.
Woodson would be a big one.
Woodson, Desmond, Braylon, and that's
Brady?
all for football.
Brady or
Tim Biaka-Patuka back in the day. I'd rock a Biaka-Patuka. Brady, no one was rocking with Brady like that when he was
Yeah,
here.
he wasn't. I mean, people might go buy it now,
Right.
Yeah.
The
But-
Drew Henson
but-
jersey would have outsold him.
Yeah.
Honestly,
That's
like,
crazy.
Yeah,
I would've-
he wasn't even starting while he was at Michigan.
Yeah.
So I love, like, Michigan claims him, which they rightfully should.
Yeah.
He went to Michigan. He wore the number 10 at Michigan. He played there, but
He just wasn't a beloved Michigan player. He just happened to end up becoming the greatest ever.
the greatest of all time. Isn't that so funny?
Greatest
though? Like,
story.
Didn't really play at Michigan. 6th round draft pick. GOAT.
And now we brag all about him. He's ours. He's
Right.
Michigan.
He's Michigan boy. Oh,
Greatest
Tyrone
ever.
Wheatley. Tyrone Wheatley was the man back in the day. You know, Amani Toomer was good back at, like, there's a lot of good
Wow, I haven't
Michigan
heard
players.
that name in a long time.
Shoot, if you even went to basketball, Fab Five.
Oh, jeez, forget about it.
Just imagine all the Chris Webber and Jalen Rose jerseys that would have sold.
Dickinson jersey's about to go through the roof.
Yeah. I wonder. Football jerseys are, I don't know. I guess basketball jerseys will sell pretty well too.
Yeah.
So yeah, both the basketball kids. You know, what I feel bad for is like the lacrosse kids or like
Oh,
the field
who gives-
hockey kids.
Yeah,
ain't nobody
cares.
gonna buy those.
Besides the parents.
Right. Well, there you go. The parents buy them, and you get a little kickback for buying your kid's jersey. They get $10.
Yeah, you know what? I can see Michigan hockey. I can see the hockey teams making money too. Some of them.
Some hockey
That
jerseys.
hockey sweaters are freaking sweet. That'd be a really cool one, especially Michigan hockey's legendary.
Right,
Yes.
and Michigan baseball looks strong too. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how much money is made and where, and it's going to be interesting to see if this leads to some jealousy down the road too. Because if I'm sitting over here, a broke college student, I'm busting my ass every day in practice. I'm blocking for your ass to get 1,000 yards on the ground. Ain't nobody buying my jersey though, and you're sitting over there with all the loot.
See, but what's the jealousy in this world right now before this? All off of your social following. So they could look at other people and say, oh, man, how the hell does he got 100,000 followers? Corey's trash. I'm way better than him on the field.
I will say this with some of those linemen, if any of those guys get like in kind of like any kind of endorsement deals with local car dealerships or restaurants, I'm pretty sure they'll be okay if their jerseys don't sell that much.
Yeah, if they get that jersey, but like I'm saying, like, imagine blocking for a guy who's bringing in $500,000 a year and you're seeing zero. There will be times when it's going to get contentious in that locker room. Like, bro, you can't even buy us dinner? Like, throw us a keg, do something.
Well, I did remember Derek Watson when he came in here. He said that the guys kind of took care of each other, with certain liberties. So
Good.
I'm pretty sure that the guys will spread the wealth.
Well, it's here. It's official. College players are making money, and if you have a favorite player at Michigan and you want to contribute to their fund, and that's another feel-good part of this too. Like, hey, not only am I buying a jersey, I'm helping this college kid get a little extra money in his pocket. So
Feels better now.
yeah, instead of, it's just going to the university so they can pay some booster or cover up something that they want to try to cover up or pay for lawyers. Like, no, it's going to the kids.
And it's also good to see Michigan do it because they make money hand over fist.
Yeah. hopefully it trickles down to the other sports too. Cause
That's the thing. There's really no breakout players for Michigan this upcoming season. I feel like McCarthy, I mean, he's just being a quarterback. You're going to get deals in itself.
Once we get close to the season, they'll have a Heisman candidate. Like every year, Michigan, this guy's going to win the Heisman. Like every year. And, I haven't seen it, but every year they got somebody that is mentioned. Like last year was Milton. Obviously,
that did not pan out.
Did not work out. He's at Tennessee now, so good luck to him. And good luck to everybody that's going to be a part of our Kick for Crypto contest too. That is going on this Friday. We're going to qualify somebody coming up in about 30 minutes, and every qualifier is going to get an awesome gift from CoastPortland.com. And whether it's a knife or a headlamp or whatever it is, Coast Portland has all you need for your outdoor adventures and just if you need some practical items around the house. So make sure if you got a gift or a birthday coming up for somebody, you go to CoastPortland.com, check out everything that they have, enter promo code WSN20, and you will get 20% off.
The best was yesterday when we were outside. I'm like, damn it, I forgot. Let me go run inside and go get some scissors and open up this box. I got you.
Yep.
Pulls out his knife.
My knife's always here now, man. It's like it literally has become a part of my wardrobe. But yeah, it helped yesterday when we were opening up boxes for our new tent. So go to coastportland.com and you can have your utility knife on you at all times, like I do.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. With historically low interest rates and 5-star service, you could pay your mortgage off faster without increasing your monthly payment. Get started now at 248-308-5000 or chat with us online. Call hallfirst.com.
Good morning, everyone.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's news.
Let's go.
Hey, I always love when brothers take over. And the Manning brothers, obviously, they took over the NFL when they were on the field. Now they are going to be taking over Monday Night Football. Going to be announcing Peyton with Eli Manning in the booth. That's going to be so much fun.
I absolutely love that. I love it. And it's their secondary broadcast. They're going to have their normal broadcast, and then I believe on ESPN2 it's going to be the Manning show.
I'm interested always in hearing Peyton talk. Eli.
But with Peyton, though, I feel like it'll be an awesome touch.
They need to throw Cooper on this, and we'll be good. Cooper as a sideline reporter.
I mean,
Poor Cooper
but this all jokes aside, I think this is going to be pretty interesting to see. Good to see ESPN try to be innovative and get the players' perspective out there. So I'm curious to see how it's going to pan out.
Any brothers you'd want to announce or anything together? I'm picking the Giannis bros. The Antetokounmpo Cooper bros.
The Pouncey brothers would be interesting. Those guys are pretty outspoken. You imagine having those two on a broadcast?
I don't think there's enough security in the world for that. I'm gonna have to have like that little expletive button. Beep,
right.
beep, beep.
So this is all gonna be produced in conjunction with Peyton Manning's Omaha Productions, slated for 10 games each season. And here's a short little clip of the last time we saw the Manning brothers on ESPN.
Get from the control room to the screening, then this is the hallway you'd take. Questions or anything? I can answer whatever you want about the place.
One of my favorite commercials right there.
Yeah, Peyton's great, man. Like the commercial where he's chucking the balls at the little kids, too. Have you seen that one? I love that. When he was on Saturday Night Live, he was hilarious. Like, Peyton's just a fun personality.
Here's from ESPN's statement that they released. Peyton and Eli will bring a different approach, delving into conversation about broader, big-picture topics while also honing in on game, much like fans do when they're watching with their family and friends. So, cool.
So it's just going to be a Manning watch party of the game.
Basically.
Okay, I'm down.
I would love to hear what they, like, imagine just them two watching football alone at home.
Do you guys think watch party type presentations are going to take over from the traditional, color and, play-by-play guy?
I think that they won't necessarily take over, but they're going to have to be an alternative. They're going to need stations are going to need to capture an alternative, because you're still going to have your traditionalists that want to hear, your traditional style commentary, but you're also going to have fans like me who want to hear from a articulate player's perspective of what is going on in the game, because they are able to see things that even the actual casual commentators cannot, point out.
Right.
Like when we have Joyke Bell breaking down Matt Patricia footage. Just imagine having Joyke Bell during a Lions game breaking down things that he's seen as he's watching the game.
Yeah. No, I like it. I love the idea of this, and networks having to carry your official broadcast where we're very proper and buttoned up, and your kind of wild, let loose broadcast where it's just a bunch of dudes sitting around watching a game, commentating on it.
And also ESPN, they've been pretty good with these kind of things with the alternate broadcast, because even like with the NBA Finals, they do have an alternate broadcast you can watch where it's just basically the sky cam. There's no commentary, just watching the game, and that's kind of interesting at times too.
I watched that last game. That's how I had to watch the game, because you can't stream local TV where I was up at the cabin, and so the only thing I could do was stream like ESPN3 because it wasn't available up there. So that was what I watched. I watched it, no commentary, just the overhead cam following the ball, and it's a fun angle. It reminds me of like playing NBA 2K.
Yeah, exactly.
It really does.
And that's not the only changes to some nationally televised games, because the Lions' first 2 preseason games, August 13th versus Buffalo and then August 21 against the Steelers, will be nationally televised on the NFL Network.
Awesome. Time to upgrade the package to the NFL Network. It's that time of year, folks.
That's the thing. They're going to get you.
Oh, they always do, man. Like, when they were just teasing you and only doing like 3 or 4 games on the NFL Network, I'd just buy it for those couple weeks, and then I'd cancel the package. Like, you got to do the dance if you want the NFL package.
And earlier we talked about our boy Cade at the game. First off, he's our good luck charm, helping the Tigers win 14-0. But you hear the crowd chanting, "We want Cade." And since coming back from All-Star break, the Detroit Tigers are 4-0. Obviously, Minnesota got that ass whooping. We beat them 1-0, 5-4, then 7-0, and then yesterday versus Texans 14-0. So we're killing them right now.
We're at a weak point in the schedule, but also that points to we're beating who we're supposed to beat, which is a sign of a decent team, right?
Yep.
Like if you can beat who you're supposed to beat and be competitive against people that are better than you, more than likely you're going to have a good season. So keep doing what you're supposed to do, Tigers. I like this. I like it a lot.
And one guy that had a hell of a game, our boy who is chasing 500, Miggy, with some runs yesterday.
The 0-2. Through the hole on the left side. Badu scores. Another run coming home, and in safely is Jonathan Scope.
Yeah, Miggy legged out a triple yesterday, too.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that was... Miggy legging out a triple was phenomenal. Like, it just shows that he may not be 100% of the old Miggy that he used to be, but he got his mobility back, baby.
And in other news, in other Pistons news, because obviously we were talking about Cade there being at the game yesterday, the Pistons gonna have a courtside bar on the visitors' baseline at Little Caesars Arena this season. How amazing does that look right there?
That looks cold.
Oh, it's so awesome.
The thing is, we're gonna have to have a great team out there to make that look even better.
Yeah.
Right.
What I like about this is they got those like Raymond clubs and all those clubs underneath the seats.
Right.
That it looked like Little Caesars Arena was so empty because everyone would go out there hiding. But with this, they'll at least be able to go out there and you still see people out there.
But the one thing that really stuck out to me is that color scheme on the court.
Hey, can you leave that picture up, Alex?
Because that's normally it's red.
It's red.
Right.
I like the blue if they're gonna go with that. I wonder does that mean a jersey change is coming?
I don't know. Maybe. It's Big Sean's got control of the jerseys coming up this year. So
I'm just saying.
Damn, the Pistons are killing it right now.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like that, just thinking about that, Big Sean's going to be able to design a jersey for Cade Cunningham's first year.
Oh,
like,
man.
Think about all these things that are coming together
and
for
they
the
already
Pistons.
killed it last year with the 3-1-3 and the way that they respect the code and the Martin and all that.
Woo, Pistons, you are crushing it right now. The only complaint I have is we didn't know that bar was coming, and I texted our Pistons contact last night. I was like, Woodward Sports Bar would have been pretty sweet right there. So maybe when Grey Goose gives it up, we'll swoop in, and that'll be the Woodward Sports Bar inside LCA.
That would have been
Woodward.
awesome.
On Woodward, yeah.
It all just makes sense, guys.
But it's going to be so funny, too, because when the Pistons get good, like when the Pistons were really good in the early 2000s, the Palace was a club night, right? Corey, you know this. You were at a lot of the games. Girls would come just dressed to the nines. They don't give a shit about basketball. They just wanted to be seen where you were going to be seen. And to have that type of setup, if we get good to that point, it's just going to be amazing people watching from up on the upper deck, watching all these people mingle at the bar. And
is there any courts that have bars like that?
I don't think so, because we were talking about how badass it was that the Las Vegas Raiders were having it for their at the Legion Stadium. I think the Pistons will be the first basketball team to have that kind of setup right there on court.
Yeah, the Raiders are going to have like club booths, which is bottle service and all that
that's
stuff.
Going to be wild.
That's next level. I believe it's Tropicana Field. They have like a hot tub in the outfield.
Jacksonville Jaguars got it.
And they stock it full of chicks in bikinis.
Oh, man.
In Arizona, I believe they have something similar. So, yeah, like, you know, these little things pop up here and there, but I can't think of another basketball court that has a full bar like that.
When you compare all of our teams, and I hate to compare, Pistons are by far ahead of all these others when it comes to the marketing. Well, and then you add Big Sean in the mix for this upcoming season. It's just going to be an amazing thing.
You're going to have to tap into that city's demographic, and who better to do that than to add Big Sean and then have him tap into that Detroit swag.
Yeah,
right?
I'm excited to see who his intern is, too, soon to be announced.
Oh, yeah. When does he announce that? He was looking for him on TikTok, right?
Yeah, that'll be soon announced.
You see the CEO of TikTok tweeted or, like, responded to it and was like, yeah, these guys are changing the game right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not see that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I mean, it is smart, though. Who thinks about a TikTok application?
We're doing it for our TikTok contributor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Team USA Zach Levine has been placed under health and safety protocols, another one, and will not travel with the team to Tokyo today. But USA Basketball hopes Levine will be able to join the team in Tokyo later this week.
So he's not completely done, right? So
no, but so far we've seen one of them get sent home because of this, and then another one obviously recover from it. So,
sorry,
local
I got distracted
news.
by that
Yeah, me too.
commercial in the
I thought that
background.
was some watching stuff. I like that. It looks beautiful behind us.
Shout out to Levels.
And local news, Canada, they finally announced what we're going to be doing. So they're going to open the border to Americans starting August 9th for fully vaccinated, and then September 7th for all of the others.
All right. So we can go party on OLED again, baby.
Yep.
Let's go.
Corey, August 9th.
August 9th.
We'll see you on September 7th. And I got to give a quick little shout out to our people over on that chair, actually, real quick. Because it is my girl, Paige, from Central Michigan University, to add something to this news. What do we got?
So this past Sunday, Olivia Breen, who is a Paralympic athlete who is competing in the upcoming Tokyo Games, was told by an official at the English Championships that her competition shorts were too short and actually inappropriate. Now, Breen says that she's been wearing the same style briefs for many years, and they're specifically designed to help her run quicker. They're to be like a lighter material. Now, they were official Adidas briefs that are part of her uniform, so they weren't just something that she threw on. They were official Adidas branded briefs. And she plans to file a formal complaint with UK Athletics over this comment that this official made. And she was actually a woman who this official, like the girl was a woman who said it to her. So fans were like, why is this woman putting down another athlete who is also a woman? If you want to look at these briefs here, these are the actual things that she was wearing.
Oh, go ahead. So, like, that's what every track and field person wears, isn't it? I've seen a lot smaller than that.
Yes, and if they're not like this, they're booty shorts.
Yeah.
So, I mean, beach volleyball wears these same exact things too. What she's actually like upset about is that she was in regulation. It wasn't like she was breaking any rules. This was just a volunteer official that had made the comment to her. So she was upset because she doesn't think that people were trained to know what the regulations were. And this woman just made a comment that was not for the whole, English championships. She was just one person who made this comment. So she's just filing a complaint to where these people can actually be trained to know what they can and can't wear, so that they're not just making comments to other younger athletes and to other women who aren't as outspoken as this girl is, because she is starting to post on her social media like, this is not okay. Women shouldn't be putting down other women. So she's starting to make a name for herself and starting to advocate for younger girls who are, growing up in the same sport and wearing the same things that she's wearing.
Especially in this day and age where we got them thong bikinis.
That's not that bad.
Nothing, right? I look at that and I'm like, oh yeah, she fully clothed.
Yeah. I got the solution. Let's go back to naked Olympics, just like when they were originally invented. Everybody was out there naked, loincloths at best. So let's just go to it. Naked Olympics. Let's do it.
I don't know about all of that. But, you shouldn't be competing in something that you feel uncomfortable in what you're wearing. Like, you should be feeling comfortable. You are representing, your country, and you should be able to wear whatever is in regulation, which is what she did.
Well, and to your point, like beach volleyball girls, like you can see that whole ass.
Yeah, you can. And it's not that it's weird. It's only weird if people make it weird.
Right, that's their uniform. That's what they wear.
Exactly. And the fact that it was a woman who said it to another woman, I don't know. The comment was like, you should probably put something more covering on. And she was like, I don't really know who you are or why you're saying this. But yeah, it's just sad to see that people are still making comments like this. And I'm assuming it was an older woman who made this comment because younger girls would never go up to another girl being like, girl, you should put more clothes on. Like, that is just not
something. You need to be out there in a girdle, young lady.
Yeah, seriously. Like, you should be wearing, it's making her run quicker. It's what she wants to wear that's making her compete at the best of her ability. So the fact that she's getting ridiculed for it is really upsetting.
Yeah. Well, the Olympics have been known to upset us lately, especially with their stupid rules on sex and
condoms.
Yeah, and condoms, and now all of a sudden this girl's shorts that aren't even that short, honestly. Mm-hmm. Like, you've seen this throughout the course of many years in the Olympics, and look at the gymnasts, like the leotards that they wear. That thing goes all the way up their ass.
It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. So it was just this one woman who said it, and so she's just trying to make it known to everyone that this is okay and other girls can be wearing this too. She just didn't want it to be coming down on, oh crap, like, should I stop wearing what I'm normally wearing? She wanted to make it okay that
the Amish Olympics coming at you 2024.
Yeah, you don't need to be fully covered in your sport where that's exactly what people should be wearing. So.
Right. Huh. Maybe she's just jealous.
She probably was. She's like, girl, my body doesn't look like that. You should take that off. You're making me look bad.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Paige, for that story. We appreciate that.
And I wanted to give a quick little shout out to our people at 8 Mile Vodka because we just love 8 Mile so much. And even LeBron James loves 8 Mile. Huh?
Hey, LeBron.
Hey, what up? I got to support my boy Chris Paul.
How you doing? Welcome to Phoenix. Just gotta patch it out, buddy.
Yeah, Chris Paul was there supporting me for my first final, so I have to be here for him.
What's in your pants, man? You feeling all right?
Yeah.
All right, I don't see anything. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm LeBron James. Don't try to ask me what I got. What up, CP3?
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
Turn my bed up, fish. Let's go. Good morning to you. Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. We got your chance to qualify for that $25K Kick for Crypto contest coming up in less than 15 minutes. We'll do it right about 9 a.m. The finale is going to be at Imagine Novi this Friday. Registration starts at 3 p.m. The first kick will be at 4 p.m. So make sure if you got qualified, you show up to Imagine Novi this Friday. And even if you're not qualified, you want to witness this, you're more than welcome to come on out. It's going to be in their parking lot, so it's available to the public. And we may qualify a couple people on the spot as well. So make sure you come out this Friday. Imagine Theaters in Novi will be in the parking lot, kicking a football into the back of the truck for $25,000 in crypto. And as you see, Bitcoin is kind of taking a little dip right now, which is good.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, perfect timing, because now that $25,000 will actually get you close to one whole Bitcoin.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, see what we're doing here? We're trying to hook it up, trying to build wealth wealth for you for just kicking a football into the back of our truck.
I'm so excited for this.
You know what else I'm excited about?
What else?
Jeff is here. What's up, Jeff?
What's going on? Today on What's Trending with Jeff, our first video.
Oh, he just gets right into it. All right,
listen,
cool.
listen. We're getting right into it,
Can't
baby.
even say no hi.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on, guys? How are you? How are you?
Hi, Jeff. Okay.
Have the hat on today.
What the
Sorry,
heck's
guys.
trending, Jeff?
First video was trending. We have a former UCF college kicker, Donald DeLahaye Jr., a.k.a. Destroying on YouTube, and he just absolutely destroys a kick from the 50-yard line both ways. He does it both ways simultaneously. Check this out. Absolutely bombs that, and then walks around, and I think he absolutely bombs this one. So, you know, I think we got Reggie Bullock. Who's our kicker? Who's the guy from the Cincinnati Bengals we picked up? He was on the Bengals.
It's not Reggie Bullock.
No, that's a basketball player. It's not Reggie Bullock.
The Lions kicker?
Yeah, we just picked someone up. I don't know. Sign Destroying. All right, the guy can nail it from 50 both ways. So,
Remember when we signed Kickalicious?
Kickalicious.
Remember Kickalicious?
All right, we'll take this guy, Donald DeLahaye. I think that was impressive. He does YouTube full time and he still hits bombs like that. But the second video.
Before you move on from that, the cool part is before he started that video, he said, "This is my NFL audition. I'm about to kick this 60 yards in both directions."
You know what's crazy about him? He withdrew from college because he was doing YouTube. He was making money off his videos, so he like withdrew out of the football program to go to YouTube. But now athletes are making money off their. So you know it's kind of crazy how times have changed. Like
I wonder if he has college eligibility left.
Yeah, that's a good point there. Second video. Last week, obviously, we had our Cherry Creek, the remote show from Cherry Creek Golf Course, and I was trying to get my form down. But watching some videos, I think I found the perfect form. Check this out. This guy's a professional, and everything Adam taught me, I'm going to throw it in the garbage because the one-hand golf swing.
Oh,
this guy does it. Look at he's religious. This is how he hits golf balls.
Could you do that?
I'm just going to say yes because there's no golf clubs near me, so I'll just say yes. I could do that very easily.
Do you think that's allowed? Like if PGA? Like, are you allowed to do that?
Yeah, I mean, if you can do it consistently, I'm sure they would allow it. Those guys always just, I don't know, man.
I mean,
I'm in awe when I see that stuff, especially when they hit a golf ball out of the air with that much force. Like the hand-eye coordination that goes into that and the timing is just insane.
I mean, he'd be fun to play golf with. He'd probably refuse to use a putter. He just wants to slap the thing like that. But no, I thought that was.
Can you imagine losing to a guy like that? Like you take golf seriously,
and some
like,
dude just
you're
whips
the man. This dude walks up just like wah.
No, that was I don't know how long he's been working on that form. But the third video, okay, LeBron. We love LeBron, and not all of us, but some of us kind of love him. Some hate him, and but we gotta call him out here. All right, he just released a new movie, Space Jam 2: New Legacy. He was in it, and gosh, now we know why his hairline was looking good. Check this out. In between scenes, getting sprayed on the top.
I've done that before.
And listen.
I've done that before. I ain't gonna lie.
We got to call him out. The video was released, and listen, man, his hairline was looking extra dark, and now we know why they used to stay. Is that spray paint or is that like the
Black
fake
ice.
paint? Black what?
Black ice.
Okay, you know
Looked
what?
like they were servicing the Tin Man in
Yeah,
Wizard of Oz.
it just looked like spray paint.
Like for my wedding day, I'm gonna do it because I got.
Are you?
I got big old bald spot. Yeah, for picture's sake.
You're gonna spray paint your head for your wedding?
It pretty much is spray paint. It's these like little like fibers that you put in your hair.
Yeah, fibers. Yeah.
It is the
I've never heard of it.
craziest thing.
Does it like come off on clothing? And
it's waterproof. You can go swimming.
How long does it last?
It'll last a while. I mean, it's like once you shower.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
It's
so
weird.
It's not waterproof.
It's weird. No, it's weird.
Okay.
You go in the pool, the lake, you're straight. You go in the shower and you put shampoo on it, it's off.
Oh, gotcha.
It's the greatest product ever invented.
Honestly, I didn't even hear about that. I mean, hey, listen.
I'm gonna show y'all before and afters.
Okay, you know what? I gotta do that.
It's the greatest thing in the world.
I gotta check that
All
out.
right, that's just crazy to me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, it's your wedding night. You're probably gonna.
I'm gonna do it for you.
Have some relations with your wife afterwards, and is there just gonna be like black dots all over the place from where your head's on the mattress
So when
and your pillow?
when I used to go to hotels and when I used to do it, because I used to do it more. Honestly, I haven't done it in years now. But when you lay on a white pillow, that pillow is gone. Done for.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, so your wedding night, you're gonna be all tuxed up, all looking good, and you may be able to like.
But that hairline looking good.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, do your thing.
Tell him, Jeff.
No.
I'm not hating.
I'm just trying to get to Jeff status. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, we all can't have.
We got
Jeff's
to
hair.
get some locks. All right, you can borrow some hair. All right, we'll just put
Jeff,
it.
is your dad bald or is your
No,
mom's dad bald?
You know what's kind of ironic is my dad's brother's bald, but my
Okay.
dad has a full head of hair. He hasn't lost, so it's kind of like, but he has another brother who also has hair. So I got like a 75% chance, all right? But there is a 25% chance I'm going to lose my hair.
Yeah.
So you know what? It's okay.
How old are you, Jeff?
I'm 20.
Okay.
So we got like,
Oh, yeah.
30 years.
No, when I was 20, I had hair like down to here. You've seen those
Yeah.
pictures.
Yep.
So, yeah, you could catch up, man. You could start thinning later on in life.
Hopefully
Look forward
so.
to it, Jeff.
But yeah, that was what's trending with Jeff today. So
Appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming on every morning with us and doing What's Trending with Jeff. And now it is time to qualify somebody for that $25K kick for crypto. And we want to get you involved. We want you to be out there Friday with us at Imagine Theater in Novi. So let's do it. All you got to do is call 313-552-6322. That is 313-552-6322 if you want to get into the finale for Kick for Crypto, which is going on this Friday at Imagine in Novi. It's going to be a fun time. I can't wait for this. Like,
They're getting it set up. They're barricading the parking lot
Yes.
for us. Like, this is going to be a big deal.
Nice.
well, that's what Terry Foster, he was on yesterday, and he was wondering. He was like, dude, around 4 o'clock at Fountain Walk, it gets kind of busy. People going to movies. People, going to
Buffalo
happy
Wild
hours,
Wings,
stuff like that.
Black Rock. There's a lot
It's
right
like,
there.
Relax, Terry. We got this. They're going to block it off for us, and it's going to be a great time. And we get to watch a bunch of people kick a football.
Yeah, I'm excited. We're going to head out on Thursday, actually, with Jack Fox, the punter of the Lions, and just see if he can do it himself. Because, no matter how good you are, it's still such a tiny little target. So it's going to be fun to see everybody giving it their shot at it.
Yeah, we called all the qualifiers yesterday, and we were able to get the majority of them on the phone and just had the conversation. And everybody's really excited about this. And like we said, everybody that qualifies, you automatically win a Coast product. So just by qualifying, you're already getting something for free. So make sure you call right now. 313-552-6322 is the phone number. Fish will pick up the phone, get your information, and hopefully we could talk to you on the air. All right, mock draft time. We are, just a little over a week away from
Yes, sir.
9 days.
official NBA draft time. And we have our WoodwardSports.com contributor, Andrew Jonna, here. And we are going to get into his top 10 mock draft coming up next right here on the Woodward Sports Network.
Hey, it's Joey from Woodward Sports at my favorite downtown Fenton, Bridge Street Exchange. Let's go check out their beautiful store. You know we love Michigan summers. Got to turn up on the lake. Pre-made mixed drinks. They even got their own beautiful Bridge Street Exchange t-shirts. I got mine on. Jewelry, they got you here. I got mine on. Titanium Buzz. If you're not quite ready to ask that big question yet with the jewelry, look nice for your girl. They got polos. And last but not least, the most comfortable shoes on the planet. Hey Dude. They're literally called Hey Dude. Shop here at Bridge Street Exchange, downtown Fenton. Support a locally owned business.
You like this tranquil music? The NBA Draft 2021 is coming next week. The Pistons have the #1 pick. Cade Cunningham was in town last night, and right now, our special NBA contributor for WoodwardSports.com, Andrew Jonna, is here, and he has been going over trades. He's been going over all types of scenarios that may wind up happening within the top 10 of this year's draft. So, Andrew, first of all, welcome back to the show.
I'm going to say welcome, you guys. Good to see you. Unlike Jeff, say hello. How's it going?
Hey, you have been probably losing sleep these last couple days. Now that it's starting to really... You get that surreal feeling that it's 9 days away.
Yeah, I was texting Coolidge. I'm like, I'm just so excited about this day. It's like something that we've all been waiting for. It's something like we can all celebrate as a city for once in a while. I mean, we celebrate some moments, and they've been bad moments celebrating, but now there's an opportunity for us to have a light at the end of the tunnel soon. So
So how have your mock drafts been going? I mean, last time we did this was last week, and you had a couple trades within the top 10. Do you have any trades within your top 10 this week?
We have 2 trades.
Ooh. Are the Pistons involved in any of them?
Nah, we're not going to that anymore.
Okay. Well, no, what I was hoping is, we got 3 second-round picks, so maybe we use a couple of those to get back into the top 10 and get 2 top 10 picks this year?
Yeah, that's one of those things Troy Weaver will end up possibly doing is he going to buy back into this draft? And that's something we've all talked about on the show is he going to be aggressive like last year's draft, or is he going to play safe and say, hey, we'll just take Cade and see where our second-round picks take us? So I think we never know. There hasn't been stuff about the second-round picks being traded yet. So you never know with Troy Weaver.
Listen, we don't want 3 second-round picks on the roster. No, we need to package those.
I think if you move up back in this draft, you'll get in the top 15.
Okay.
Maybe like the Warriors at 14 if they end up trading their picks, doing some type of deal. Again, the Magic, they have 2 top 10 picks. I have a scenario with them this week, but they could end up drafting another pick too. So we'll see what happens.
Awesome. Yeah, stay up on that mic like that. You sound a lot better. All right, well, let's get into it. Let's kick it off with number 10 on your mock draft.
Well, let's start off with a trade.
Oh, I like it.
Okay, so
Bring the heat.
Okay, so the first trade we got is the Pelicans. We all know they're kind of screwed up right now. They need to get a winner with Zion Williamson. They either need to trade up in this draft, or they need to go, or they have to trade up for a player. So this is a scenario. It would be Steven Adams. It will be Steven Adams and the 5th pick. They will go to the 5th pick. Will go to the mat right there. Yep. So Terrence Ross and the 5th pick will go to the Pelicans. And Steven Adams, the Pelicans have been wanting to get rid of him. He'll end up going to the Magic, and they'll end up getting the 10th pick.
Okay.
From the Magic. And so with that pick with the Magic, they're going to go in with Moses Moody, I think. Moses Moody, one of those shooters. He's one of the best shooters in this draft class. 39% from downtown. He can shoot the lights out. I really like him on the Magic. They need a little more shooting, so this would be a good pick for them at number 10.
Yeah, the Magic need a lot of help. Let's face it. I mean, that's why they're picking where they are. They're not even close to scratching the surface of where they need to be. Like, I feel like they're kind of in no man's land where the Pistons have spent the past 5-6 years drafting in that 10 area and not really getting a guy that can push you forward, but getting some serviceable pieces.
Yeah, I think they can get some serviceable pieces. Get a guy like Steven Adams on the roster. That Terrence Ross been wanting to leave for a while, and so I think this is a good trade for them at the end of the day. And getting Steven Adams as a veteran on this young squad to lead this team, so. That's my number 10
you look
pick.
at the front court with what's his name, Lonzo Ball, and then Bledsoe. Like, they got some good players. I feel like they just need.
Well, the thing about Lonzo, he might be out.
Yeah, I think Lonzo's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Bledsoe a lot. I like him a lot.
Yeah. All right, well, let's move on to number 9 on your mock draft. Who do you got?
Another trade.
Oh, so these are how many trades do you have?
2. These are the 2.
So these are the 2 right at the bottom?
Includes Ben Simmons.
Oh. For what, a bag of chips? Some Frito-Lays?
Yeah, what was it for you? Fago Red and
Fago Red and some Better Made Red Hots.
So this is the trade. It would include Ben Simmons, will end up going to the Kings, and they would end up getting the Sixers end up getting De'Aaron Fox and the 9th pick.
Oof. That's a good trade for the Sixers.
That's bad. That's a bad trade for them. Well, that's a bad trade for the East because if the 76ers get De'Aaron Fox, watch out.
Yeah, I like Fox.
People say Morgan Valley as their asset they get rid of to trade for Ben Simmons. It does not work out. He's on a rookie deal still. I don't think they really need a big man. I think this trade works out for the Sixers a lot. They need a lot of help. Again, they need a ton of help on their team to get to where they're at. So.
But they had the process. They had the process. Tanking to get the number 1 picks. It's going to work out. It's easy. If you win games, it's awful. Yeah. Stupid people.
Yeah. I like the Sixers. I like Joel Embiid a lot. I think he's a great player. He's one of the best big men in the league. And I think him and De'Aaron Fox, they work out well with each other. De'Aaron Fox is quick and fast. He can actually shoot the ball.
Right.
Compared to Ben Simmons. So I like this pick. I like this team trade a lot for them.
All right. Nice trade for them. So who are they taking if this trade goes through at number 9?
I think they'll take Keon Johnson. They're gonna need defensive. They're gonna lose Ben Simmons' defensive end. Johnson's one of the best defenders in the league on off-ball and on-ball. He needs help at shooting. Like, he only shot 26% from 3, but he can still defend.
So they're trading Ben Simmons to draft Ben Simmons?
They're basically drafting. Well, what what I'm trying to get out here is that they have De'Aaron Fox, they have Tobias Harris.
Right.
They're going to need another forward out there to help them out, and I like Johnson a lot in this squad for the defensive. They were the number 2 defense in the league, so just adding to that defensive mindset. And, shooting is one of those things he can improve on. Keon Johnson's not afraid to shoot the ball, at least compared to Ben Simmons, but he's going to have to just develop it as he gets along in the NBA.
Got it. No, I think that'd be a nice spot. And like you said, their strength is defense, so continue to add to your strength. Like, go for it. If that's going to be your identity, let it be your identity. It's worked here in Detroit for us when we've chosen defense.
Yeah, and I think the way we see the Bucks right now with Giannis, you can win with a guy dominating the ball and have guys outside shooting. It's okay to do that. Like, Joel Embiid can take over games into the post. Then you have guys surrounding him shooting. Then you have Keon Johnson just defending for them. So I like this trade. I like this pick a lot for the Sixers. And again, for the Kings, they just need help. We all know that.
Right.
They've been struggling to get to that, even that 10th seed to get in the playoffs. So it'll be exciting for them as an organization to get a player like Ben Simmons, because they haven't had a player like that since Chris Webber.
The Kings. I mean, they got Halliburton. I like
Yeah.
Halliburton.
Yeah.
It's crazy though. You look at the Kings, what they used to be.
Yeah, with
Peja
Stojakovic.
Stojakovic. Like, man, they had
Vlade.
some, that was a fun. Honestly, that might be one of my favorite teams.
If it wasn't for the Super Lakers teams, they probably would have gotten a championship in
Yep.
there.
Yeah, at least one.
Yeah. All right, who you got coming in at number 8?
Number 8, we're going to stay with Devon Mitchell with the Magic. The best comparison I saw for him was Donovan Mitchell. He has great ball handling skills, 44% from 3. Again, the Magic, we all know they need help desperately. So I like him at number 8, still sticking with him at number 8 no matter what.
So you got the Magic having the number 8 and the number 10 pick.
Yep. And then they're going to get Steven Adams, too, in there. And then maybe go back in that trade and get another asset, too. So
I like Steven Adams, man. I've always liked his game. It's gritty and just, the dude looks like a caveman. So it's always good to have those guys on your team.
Yeah, I like Steven Adams a lot for them, and especially they need that veteran leadership. They're a young squad. A lot of those young teams like the Magic, they have R.J. Hampton, they have Cole Anthony, guys who can play, but they just need that help veteran leadership to get to that next level. So.
Right. All right, let's move on to number 7.
Number 7 goes to the Warriors. I'm going to stick with James Bouknight. He's going to go down in this mock draft. Bouknight, again, he's probably one of the best guards to score down the paint and interior points. Again, the Warriors, they're going to look like to try to go back in the playoffs. They also might be in the Ben Simmons race too. So don't be surprised if they try to go after Ben Simmons, because they're going to be good next year. They're going to be ready to go. Klay Thompson, we all see his Instagram right now and his Snapchat, and he's like, I'm ready to go. We're about to take over the league. And I like Bouknight in this team a lot. Maybe he can come off the bench or even start for them, and you put Klay at the small forward position.
I mean, Bouknight screams Warrior. Honestly, he is what the Warriors like. They like shooters. They like guys that can put up points, jack up threes, and Bouknight supposedly the purest shooter in this draft, essentially, right?
Yeah, he's one of the most pure shooters. He's one of those guys who could take over games.
Where better to go than play with Steph Curry then if you're a pure shooter?
Exactly.
Right. He needs it now.
Right. God, can you imagine pairing him with Steph and Klay? That's a scary
video game.
Yeah, I mean, you put Klay in this corner, you put Bouknight over here, Steph up here. Where does your defense gravitate towards?
That's going to be a lot of half-court shots.
Hey, don't be surprised the Warriors. They're going to be, I think, a 3 seed next year. They're going to be a top 4 seed. They're going to make the playoffs no matter what. But
yeah, for sure.
I think Klay Thompson is going to be on a mission, and don't be surprised if we see him as the most improved player, the comeback player, the player of the year next year.
Now that we're kind of removed from the Warriors' run of kicking everybody's ass, do you guys miss that team a little bit? They were
the
fun
Splash
to watch.
Bros?
Now that we can look back on the Splash Bros and all when KD went there, they were fun to watch.
I appreciate it when they're playing, and now with them taking a couple of years off, I'm curious now and intrigued to see if they'll be able to get back to that, because I believe if healthy, they are still a team that you got to worry about in the West.
Right. So. I love when you can remove yourself a couple years from something and look back and really appreciate it now for what it was. I love the Warriors when they were winning, but now it's man, we took it, I don't want to say for granted, but you just, hey, this is the way it is. Yep. And they made it look so easy when it's not. It's not at all.
It's not easy what they did. I mean, what they accomplished as a team was something that is a dynasty. It's a little dynasty, as I call it. It's one of those teams that people will never forget, and people say, oh, we didn't like those times between the Cavs and Warriors, and it was a rivalry. It was something that people enjoyed every year at the end of the year. I mean, the 2016 finals, no one's ever forget those finals. No one's ever forget KD on the Warriors. Moments like that just you're never gonna forget as a fan and as a person who loves the game.
Right. What was that? It's from The Office, a quote from The Office. I wish you could recognize the good old days while they were happening.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like about the Warriors. Like, those were the good old days, and didn't really realize it while we were watching it. All right, let's move on. Who else you got on your mock draft? What are we up to? Number 7?
Number 6.
Number 6,
okay.
okay.
So the Thunder, we're going to go Kuminga, Jonathan Kuminga. He's a 15-point guy, 7 rebound guy, lengthening arms, great rebounder. The Thunder, I think he'll be great with Sodris. You know, I like Sodris a lot, but the Thunder, I was reading something today. If the Rockets can't get Cade, which there's no way unless the Rockets give up their entire organization to get Cade.
Even that, I'd take. Shove that organization up your ass, Houston. We don't want it. We don't want it.
There's talks of the Rockets moving down with the Thunder, so they would trade. The Thunder would trade up to 2, and then the Rockets would move down to 6.
Okay.
That is a scenario that could happen on draft night that the Thunder really want.
Why would anybody move out of the top 5 of this draft though? Because I feel like there's literally there's Cade. Then there's 4 guys, and then there's
all with the name Jalen.
Then there's just winner.
Yeah, that's how it is. I mean, once you get to the top 5, it's game on. Right. That's when Pistons Talk says that's when the draft really starts. Because you can see a guy like Bootnight, he can go to 5.
Right.
A guy like Kuminga can go to 5. You know, you just never know. Or the Magic can make a trade, or someone can make a trade. I mean, you just never know with this draft. And we're going to see little movement or big movement on draft night. And that's what I was talking with Rod Beer, too, last night. He said the same thing. We can see a lot of movement from these teams, or just no movement, and they all just pick where they land. So,
yeah, I love it. So that's who you had at number 6.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna move into the top 5 of Andrew Jonah's mock draft coming up next. But first, let me tell you about our people at Levels. Their grand opening is happening next Friday, not this Friday, next Friday. And you can see the video right behind me. Levels Provisionary. It's going to be an awesome experience in Centerline. So make sure you come out there and hang out with us Friday morning on the 30th. We will be there broadcasting live, hanging out, just being a part of the scene. They're going to have free food trucks. So I know Joey's going to be sampling food all morning.
You know he's going to be with me. Our boy World of Isaac going to be there too.
We should bring Isaac out for that. Isaac
he would love it. He would love it.
That would be amazing. And you are more than welcome to come out and just hang out. You know, even if you don't want to go into the Provisionary Center, just check it out. Levels it's different. The presentation's different. It's clean. It's safe. It's nice.
I won't lie. When I have in the past gone to dispensaries, I'm not one obviously that consumes, but when you walk into a Levels, you get that different feel.
Right.
Like you get that feel where it's like, I'm just here hanging out. Like I feel welcome being there as one that doesn't partake. Yeah. But I'm just excited for this event. It's going to be a real fun event, and I mean, you see the merch in there too that they're going to be handing out that day, and it's going to be a fun time.
Yeah, listen, I don't own a MacBook, but I feel good when I walk into an Apple store, and that's kind of what you feel like when you walk into Levels. It's the same thing. So we'll see you not this Friday, next Friday, 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. We'll be broadcasting live. Then all weekend is going to be their grand opening in Centerline, and they're giving away a charger. So make sure you come out and get into that drawing as well. We'll see you next Friday at Levels.
Welcome to the Call Sam Chopper Shop, where you can win a custom-built chopper while helping our veterans at the same time.
Watch as the Bad Pig Custom team turns this bike into a one-of-a-kind classic chopper.
And when it's finished, we'll be donating the bike to Volunteers of America Michigan to raffle off in support of our vets.
A great cause to give back to those who've given so much.
Watch for Call Sam Chopper Shop episodes on our social media channels and get your raffle ticket today at callsam.com/chopper shop.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you, everybody, for watching on all of our platforms, and especially everybody listening on our app that you can download for free right now in the Google Play or Apple Store. Just download it so you can take the app with you anywhere that you go, and it's always fun to just put all these numbers together. Like, you know, you got 100 people watching over here, you got 1,000 people listening on the app, you got and then all together we're just one big digital community. So thank you guys for being a part of the Woodward Sports Network. Now, on to the top 5 of Andrew Jonah's mock draft. Andrew Jonna is one of our NBA contributors here at Woodward Sports, and you can read all of his articles at woodwardsports.com, as well as our very own Corey Woods. You can read his articles at woodwardsports.com. All right, Andrew Jonna, who we got coming in at number 5?
So number 5, the Pelicans have this pick. since they traded up in this draft. So they're going to go with Scotty Barnes, I think. You know, Barnes is one of those 3-and-D guys, great defender. A lot of comparisons to Draymond Green, Pascal Siakam. They need help, again, to get to that playoff situation. They need Zion. You know how Zion's family is like, we want him to be gone too. And Zion's always talked about, I want to go to New York, and I like the Garden. And, you know, the Pelicans don't want to be in a situation with Anthony Davis. So I think they make a big move in this draft to take Barnes at 5.
5.
That's a possibility.
And this is what we were talking about with this number 5 spot. This could go a million different ways. So when you're doing your mock, this has to be the one position that's very hard.
It's the hardest position because I think the 3 between Kuminga, Bouknight, and Barnes can go any direction it can go.
Right.
And I think that's when the draft really kind of kicks in, where one of those 3 guys are going to get drafted, and we can now also see. So that's when the draft really starts between these 3 guys, and you never know this 5 through 7 situation in this draft. So it's kind of like the 1 through 4 2 through 4 situation.
Got it. Yeah. So who do you have going at number 5? You said
Scotty Barnes.
Barnes.
Out of Florida State.
To me, Scotty Barnes is a guy that just has major upside, but he's a risk pick. You know, he could turn out to be a really productive pro, or he could turn out to just be, you know, your 8th man coming off the bench.
I agree with you on that. I think that there's a lot of pressure on him to get the jump shot going more. You know, a lot of these guys, again, 5 through 6 between Kuminga and Scotty Barnes, they don't really have a jump shot. So they really developed that at the NBA, but his interior scoring is incredible last in the G League. That's one of those guys, he's going to be like a Draymond Green, where he's not going to be able to shoot the ball well, but he's going to be able to defend the ball really well, and maybe a defensive player of the year one day.
Yeah. No, he definitely has it in him. He's got that spring in his step. Dude can block shots. I like his game. If the Pistons were unlucky and we got like 5, 6 in the draft, that would kind of be who I wanted them to target, because obviously we're out of the Jalen category, we're out of the Cade category, and Mobley, you know.
Big men are my toughest thing to draft, because big men are either really good, you get like a Karl Anthony Towns, or you get Joel Embiid's good, but he got injury problems. I mean, that's the problem with big men, is you know you're taking that risk of injuries.
Right. Yeah, no, big men, they are a risk, but, you know, as you see, if you can cash in on, like, a Giannis, it's game-changing, because nobody on the Suns can fuck with Giannis. Like, and that's just it. Ayton can match him in size, but not in speed and athleticism. No. And then you got guys that can match him in speed and athleticism, but then he's just much bigger than them. So he's almost the ultimate mismatch.
Yeah, that's the thing about Giannis. I mean, we see it in this playoffs. That's why a lot of people think like Scotty Barnes a lot, because he has that athleticism upside, defensive side to him, like a Giannis. I think a lot of these guys, like Kuminga, actually moved up in this draft a lot, saying, hey, you could be a 5, 6 picks the way Giannis has been playing. It's just incredible to see, and he's kind of revived his career with these playoffs a lot, is saying, hey, I'm not a choke anymore. I'm here to win. I'm done with bullshitting around and screwing up around. So
yeah, no, Giannis, his mentality right now is really good. Really good.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Let's get into number 4.
The top 4 have changed.
Have changed
for the first
since
time.
Last week?
Whoa. Okay.
Okay. What? I guess we'll get into it. But what was the major changes that come in here at number 4?
The change made for me, it was the Rockets debate right now between Jalen Suggs and Jalen Green. They say Mobley's out at 2, so Jalen Suggs or Jalen Green can go. It can be Jalen Suggs can go to 2 now, which is crazy to think that a week ago we're all like, oh, he's a 4. If he's going to be 4, the top 4 all said no. The top 4 is not set. The top 2 through 4 is not set yet at all.
Right.
So
who do you got at number 4?
I got Mobley going to the Raptors.
Okay.
This could be the next Chris Bosh. He is a great rim protector. He was the best block shocker in the NCAA last year, 3 blocks per game. He only had 1.8 fouls per game, so not a lot of fouls for how many block shots he had. This could be the next Chris Bosh, maybe the next big jump. You know, Kyle Lowry looks like he could be out, and there's another rumor that he could be traded to the Pelicans too.
Ooh, okay.
So that's why I think Mobley could be a good fit for them if ending up Jalen Suggs, spoiler, goes to 2, where I see Mobley going to 4, down to 4 with the Raptors.
Yeah, I just see Suggs in that Raptors jersey. Like, for me, like, that just makes sense for some reason, Suggs in that Raptors jersey. But I could definitely see them go with Mobley as well.
I mean, both of them I feel like are going to just be a great addition. I mean, you got Christian Wood there who's been playing great lately, you know? So this could be a really big addition.
Man, Mobley and Siakam in the post. Ooh. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that.
Corey's like licking his lips, salivating, like, ooh.
I like that too. I think that Mobley can maybe be that piece that can get him back to that 8 or 7 seed. You know, the Raptors are going to be back at home for the first time next year, so I think they're going to have a big confidence boost. And you never know. It could be one of those years where they just have struggled. They're in Tampa. They weren't near their fans. So I like him a lot going. I like Mobley in that Raptors.
If he can get a double-double, you know, get somewhere between 17 and 10 alongside Siakam, they could grow to be a nice young tandem in the front court moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to number 3 in Andrew Jonah's mock draft 4.0.
Number 3, the Cavs are going to take Jalen Green. You know, he's one of the most athletic players in this draft.
Poor Jalen.
And that's one of those things that I feel so bad for a player going to Cleveland. I mean, look what happened. I mean, LeBron just that was great for them, but man, Jalen Green's career could just be destroyed by playing with the Cavs. And the Cavs are one of those teams where they have a lot of young talent, but they just can never get to over the hump. And that's the problem is Jalen Green's had to do a lot of work for them. And this is going to be tough for him because he's going to end up on the Rockets. He's going to end up being a Cleveland Cavalier, which is something that not every player is going to be happy about.
You know what? It just hit me in this very moment with you putting Jalen Green on the Cavs and me thinking, well, that's going to ruin his career. He's never going to be able to live up to his potential. But if you were to put Cade Cunningham on the Cavs, I would be irate right now thinking, oh my God, we're giving away a piece of gold to the Cavs. So, at one point in this draft process, I was going back and forth between Jalen Green and Cade Cunningham. Jalen Green, Cade Cunningham. But now, literally right here in this moment with you saying him on the Cavs and me thinking, oh, man, that's just going to be such a waste of talent. To me, it shows that he's not that evolutionary guy that's going to take his team to the next level. He's not that franchise changer. Because I feel like if you put Cade on that team, yeah, they're stepping in the right direction, and they're going to be dangerous in the next couple years if they put the right pieces around them. With Jalen Green going there, it's like, wow, they have a really athletic guy that's just going to be a really athletic NBA player, and that's it.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those situations where it could be like Zach Levine, Emily on the Timberwolves, and at some point you say, hey, I want to get out of here and get traded. That could happen in Jalen Green where he's there for a year, 2 or 3 years, then he kind of dims down and gets traded and then goes to another team. So it's a tough situation for him. I think him on the Rockets would be a little bit better, but the Rockets, they like Jalen Suggs a lot, which is actually surprising to me that Jalen Suggs is even now in the mix at number 2 because everyone's like, oh, Mobley can go number 2. Mobley's that guy for the Rockets. No, Mobley's out. It's between Jalen Green and Jalen Suggs, which is kind of crazy that I never believed Jalen Suggs to even be a number 2. So it's kind of crazy that could be a possibility now in this draft.
Well, it's also a possibility in your mock draft, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, well, that's number 2. And that's one of those things that I like about these. It's a scenario that could happen. I mean, the Rockets love Jalen Suggs. I mean, that's a scenario where I like Jalen Suggs a lot. He's a great player. He reminds a lot of me of Brandon Roy.
Yes. He looks like Brandon Roy, too.
Yeah, he's a lot like Brandon Roy. A little bit like Chauncey Billups, too. That's the shades of him. Great shooter. We saw him just take over those games, in the Final Four. That semifinal game was incredible by him. So I like this pick for the Rockets. I still think Jalen Suggs is still a great player for them, but I think Jalen Green's better than Jalen Suggs. So
yeah, I do too. When we were comparing the Jalens to Jalens, I just like the athleticism and the upside of Jalen Green. That's really the biggest thing that separates the two. They're both pretty clutch. I mean, Suggs had that moment last year in the NCAA tournament that really elevated him and put him on everybody's radar. I think without that specific moment, he's not as highly touted, but obviously you got to have those moments to be the man.
Now, Andrew, do you think at any point during the draft you will see Colin Sexton get moved? Because with that, if they go ahead and draft him, you're going to have Suggs, you're going to have Green, you're going to have Garland, you're going to have Colin Sexton. It's going to be, it's going to be kind of tight back there.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day you would have to trade Colin Sexton. I think they're ready to move on from him. He's one of those players I think he's kind of ready to that. I want to get out of Cleveland type mentality like Kyrie was.
Everybody that's ever lived in Cleveland is. Even LeBron James, who was born in Cleveland, just wants the fuck out of that city.
Yeah, I think Colin Sexton will be gone that night. Maybe they end up trading back in that trade in that draft class, getting down to maybe that lower first-round pick. with Colin Sexton. So I like Sexton being gone. I like Sexton a lot. I like him and Garland a lot, but I think if you end up going to Jalen Green, you end up trading Colin Sexton too that night, which, by the way, that could happen.
Yeah, because Garland and Green could be great for them moving forward. But yeah, you got to go ahead and move from Sexton if they're going to go in that direction.
All right, and now to the number 1 pick. We want Cade.
We want Cade.
We want Cade. We want Cade. Yeah.
Easy. Done.
I'm going to be that guy just dancing.
Can we play that video real quick? Everybody chanting "We want Cade" at the ballpark last night, because that's exactly what we want right now here on the mock draft too. We want Cade. We want Cade. We want Cade. Yeah, so that's who you have going number 1 to the Pistons?
That's it. This is what Rob Beers in the studio yesterday, and I asked him the question, the debate we've had between Jalen Green and Cade Cunningham. He says unless the Raptors or the Cavs give them a crap ton of stuff and a picks and they get 2 or 3, it ain't happening.
Yeah.
We're drafting Cade.
Yeah, it's interesting because when I walked in the studio yesterday after the hook when Rob Beard was filling in, they were talking about, well, there is a trade possibility where the Pistons could get 2 and 3.
That...
I mean, you could put together a pretty good team if you're going to draft in 2 and 3, but once again, the fact that that's even a question and we're still like, I don't know, Cade could be the dude, just shows how great Cade could be.
The difference between, I really deep dived between Jalen Green and Cade this week. That was my mission this week, and that's what I really focus on. They both are, it's a tight race between them two. People don't realize it's a tighter race than they think. The reason why I play people like Cade so much more is because he's more of a playmaker. Jalen Green has to play the ball off more. Then you have to run the ball through Killian. You know, people like players that can take over games. Jalen Green can take over games athletically and explosively, but the playmaking style that Cade brings is something the Pistons need. And if you put Cade at the 1 and put Killian, I think Killian can play the 2. He can somehow play the 2. They're going to have to move on from Killian because Cade is the playmaker. He's going to have the ball the entire time. He's going to pass out to people. He's going to shoot the ball lights out every night. So that's why people like Cade so much more than Jalen Green.
Right.
And they see the way Luka's been playing. And Cade's draft stock and the way he's been performing, that's why the way Giannis has been playing in these playoffs, that's why people in the organization want Cade. They want a guy like a Giannis who can take over games. Then you have guys outside who, you know what, maybe Cade's not having a great game. You still got a Sadiq Bey who can play well. You still got Isaiah Stewart who can play well. You got Jeremy Grant. You got guys that can perform even if Cade's not performing at a high level that night. You have pieces just like the Bucks have with Middleton and Holiday, and even Brook Lopez has had an incredible playoff run this year.
He's an all-star right now.
I'm just thinking about our potential lineup next year. Killian, Cade, Sadiq Bey, Jeremy Grant, and Beef Stew. Like, what the hell happened to the Pistons overnight? Honestly, like, it hasn't even been a calendar year, and our whole team looks just completely better in every single aspect.
They brought in somebody who's competent.
No, that helps.
That's just it.
That does help. Well, Andrew, Jonna, thank you for coming on and sharing your mock draft with us. We'll post up your graphic later on. And also, if you want to read all of Andrew Jonna's stuff, like I said, go to woodwardsports.com and you can read it there, because you also wrote a great article called Cade versus Everybody, and where you broke down Cade versus every individual in the top 5 that we could potentially take. And you really did a great job going in depth on each player, the differences, the benefits, and I love that article, man. That's one of your best works.
Yeah. Thank you.
So what number do you think he's going to go with? Because obviously he can't do number 2. And that was Cade's number.
What number he's going to pick?
Yeah.
Cade?
Yeah.
They're saying 14 on all those jerseys.
Yeah, you got that NBA 2K mock-up that Mr. Designs did. Is that MR Designs or is it Mr. Designs?
Mr. Designs.
Okay.
Mr. Prod Designs.
Mr. Prod Designs. Yeah, so they got him wearing 14 on this one.
I don't like it.
I like 0. I've seen him in a couple 0
What's his
jerseys.
name got 0, though? Denny Smith.
Just give it to Cade. What are we doing here, Denny Smith?
I mean,
what?
No, you give it to Cade.
Yeah.
0 would be sweet on. He needs a single digit.
Or Isaiah Thomas descends from the sky and gives the blessing to pull number 11 down from the rafters.
No.
It was worth a try.
And you know what? The Pistons, what's crazy about this, their pre-orders for the number 1 pick jerseys are on sale right now. You can get a jersey, like pre-order it right now, come in within a week.
Yeah, but you're going to get the wrong number most likely.
No, they're gonna send you the Cade jersey.
Right.
Pre-order.
You get pre-order. They're like, oh yeah, you get pre-order the number 1 pick jersey already. So, I mean, if that doesn't show you anything, I mean,
yeah,
it shows me.
It's awesome.
Let's back up.
I'm excited for this. We want Cade. We want Cade. And Cade, if you're still in town, once again, we're here all day at the Woodward Sports Studios in Birmingham. So if you're staying at the Townsend, like most athletes do when they come into town, pop on by. We'd love to have a conversation with you. Andrew, Jonna, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us about your mock NBA draft. And Joey, tell them a little bit about Bridge Street Exchange.
You know why I like Bridge Street Exchange? Because they got it all. It's a one-stop shop. And if you go in there, they even got rings. So Titanium Buzz is their partner company. So when you walk in there, you can get a ring. They got American flags on it. They got all athletic types of rings. So it's a stylish thing, so it ain't that jewelry that you don't want to wear. It's something you look forward to wearing every single day. So check out titaniumbuzz.com and, of course, Bridge Street Exchange. Downtown Fenton is the original location, but they also got that Somerset collection.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number 1 priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Good morning, everyone.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's news.
Let's go.
Hold up, we got to start it off with some breaking news coming in from our Lions insider. Some other news happening in our division. What we got, Corey?
So apparently, according to Adam Schefter, Aaron Rodgers turned down a 2-year extension with the Green Bay Packers that would have made him the highest paid player in the NFL. So,
can things get better for Detroit than it is right now in sports?
Wow.
Like, our teams are doing awesome. Everybody's on the come up. Aaron Rodgers is fucking the Packers. Like, this is my dream.
We want Aaron out. We want Aaron out.
And another thing, the head of the Olympics will not rule out a late cancellation of the Olympics due to the COVID-19 spread.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's not surprising.
It's a potential that it could be canceled. Toshiro Muto, I hope I'm saying it right, head of the Olympics organizing committee, told reporters this: "We can't predict what will happen with the number of coronavirus cases, so we will continue discussions if there is a spike in cases. We have agreed that based on the coronavirus situation, we will convene 5-party talks again. At this point, the coronavirus cases may rise or fall, so we will think about what we should do when the situation arises." So
they're laying the groundwork.
They're laying the groundwork for the games to be canceled, and with so many people testing positive, and it's probably expected.
Even on a local level, one of my buddies that was gonna come with me out of town next week to shoot some video with me, dude called me yesterday saying I got that variant, and I was like, it's not what I want to hear right now.
Right.
I do not. And I mean, you look at U.S. I mean, with the vaccine, they're ahead of the rest of the world. So we're doing it right.
I mean,
but we're not.
Athletes are testing positive. They're not having fans there. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the week this whole thing is scrapped.
That would be crazy because the Olympics are supposed to start tonight, right, Fish? First game's tonight. Softball?
First softball, yes, sir.
Yeah.
They're not going to cancel it. They're going to do the same thing of NFL and NHL and MLB, all these people. Oh, you can't play. You can't play in a coronavirus. They're going to die. They're going to get sick. And they're going to end up finishing, and then August 8th is going to come around, and they're going to be speechless. twist. You know why? Because it happened. Same thing with the NHL, NBA. All these people were college football. They were all crying.
I do see
You
some
can't
events
play.
getting canceled though. Like if if this specifically strikes a track and field event, or a couple people are in close contact with each other, they just may scrap an event. But I don't see them scrapping the Olympics. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, there'll probably be people that have to pull out, but they'll still finish the games. And the Olympics will prove that it can be done, and then the whiners and criers will go away.
All I know is I don't want to go to a high school event and see them having to wear masks on a football field and a basketball court.
I think right now, with the way things have gone, we can't rule out anything.
Right. Yeah. Wow. That'd be crazy if they canceled the whole Olympics like a day before the Olympics.
I mean, remember when Rudy Gobert tested positive for coronavirus? Remember how quickly the NBA shut down. Once the NBA shut down, remember how quickly the rest of the world shut down within 48 hours.
I'll never forget March 13th, right around. It was a Friday to Friday, March 13th on top of that.
Yep.
Please tell me we don't got a Friday 13th coming up soon.
I don't know.
Please no. The
right,
Manning
Joey.
brothers will announce Monday Night Football. Peyton and Eli Manning will headline Monday Night Football Megacast on ESPN2 and ESPN Plus for 3 seasons through their new agreement, and I love it. It's in conjunction with Peyton Manning's Omaha Productions.
What a great name, too.
It's amazing.
What a great name.
Hey, smart man to capitalize off of that, too.
Right. I'm looking forward to it. Like, watching the Manning brothers just, kind of dick around and watch a football game, but share insight. Because say what you want about Eli. Dude won the 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Like, he knows the game. Peyton, you've watched those details. Dude knows that, dude is the game. Like, I don't know how else to describe Peyton's depth of knowledge.
I definitely want to hear Peyton talk, because as you've seen him in many various commercials and interviews and detail and just things that he's done, he's a very entertaining person. Eli, very, very vanilla. So, I mean,
it's just an awkward family.
Yeah,
when you look at them, they're just awkward.
Maybe
together though. Maybe
as I said, maybe Peyton will draw out something in him, and you'll have that little brotherly rivalry kind of come out on camera. Maybe that'll make it something interesting.
You got to bring in Archie. You got to bring Archie, baby.
Oh yeah. And the Lions' first 2 preseason games on August 13th and the 21st will be nationally televised on the NFL Network.
I love it.
We got a lot of nationally televised this year, don't we? How many in the season that we got?
I know obviously Thanksgiving. Do we have a Monday night game?
Yeah, we have a Monday night game.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the 2.
The 2. Yep.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah, no, I mean, for a while there, it was only Thanksgiving. So hopefully we don't embarrass ourselves on Thanksgiving like we did last year.
You know who ain't embarrassing themselves right now?
Who?
The Tigers. Undefeated since All-Star Weekend. Well, I always say weekend because it's always All-Star Weekends, but in the MLB, it's All-Star Week.
All-Star break.
All-Star break.
Yep.
Undefeated, 4-0, beating Minnesota, obviously sweeping them, and then Texas yesterday, 14-0. Cade was the one that stole the show, though, with this "We Want Cade" chant.
Yeah, he was also posting pictures with fans. We had that picture with a couple fans that he did outside the stadium as well.
Lucky kids right here.
Oh, man, how awesome would that be to walk it down and it's like, holy shit, that's Cade Cunningham.
Yeah.
Like, Cade's here. Let's get a picture with him. And for him to be cool, pose with him. You love to see this stuff already, that he's not too big to stop and take pictures with fans and stuff like that. Because this is only the tip of the iceberg for Cade. It's only going to get better for him.
I'm surprised he didn't drive right up into the gate too. He actually was walking around and just going to say what up to fans, and that's really talented.
That's the one thing about being a super talented basketball player. Like, you can't hide. There aren't many
everybody
6'8"
knows
dudes walking around. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a baseball player, you can blend in with the crowd.
Hockey
player
all day.
Yeah, hockey players can
It's like
walk by
freaking
you.
Jeff.
Yeah.
I thought Jeff was a hockey player.
Football is easy too.
Yeah, football, because you never really see their face, so you can just be like, damn, that dude's huge. But outside of that, you don't know if they're professionals. But a professional basketball player, yeah, you pretty much recognize them on the spot.
Yeah.
And in other Pistons news, the Pistons will have a court sidebar on the visitors' baseline at Little Caesars Arena this season. And that is where you're going to see us hanging out.
Yes,
every
I will
single
be there.
game.
I'm going to see if I can get a bartender job there just to watch the games.
So
People
you know what I
ordering
just thought
drinks and I'm not paying attention.
So our people at 8 Mile Vodka announced their recent partnership with the Detroit Pistons.
Yep.
So maybe we could even be sipping on some 8 Mile vodka courtside right there.
Regardless, I'm sipping 8 Mile courtside, but yeah, that's gonna be an amazing thing, and just love the energy and the new excitement that they're trying to bring to LCA, because we haven't seen LCA at its full potential. Not even close. Like,
not
I
even
went to
50% of the potential.
Well, I went to the Pistons opening night against the Hawks, and Trae Young absolutely lit us up that game. So it was a tough game to be there. But there were a decent amount of people in the stands, so you could feel and get a good look of, oh man, this is going to be great once we build something awesome with our teams. So to get a little more taste of this, they keep adding energy. Like you said, maybe the color scheme on the court changes a little bit. Big Sean is going to have his creative influence on it. It's just, I love all of this, man. I'm just basking at all of this right now.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And then Team USA, Zach Levine has been placed under health and safety protocols. I'm sick of hearing this. Now it's saying that he will not travel with the team to Tokyo.
I mean, if what Corey's saying holds true, nobody may be going to Tokyo. I mean, they may get there and have to turn their asses right back around.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, obviously NBA and keeping it here and doing the bubble, and you got to do that, you know? But
right.
For international, yes, we love the Olympics, but I don't even think they take these chances anymore.
I will say this. If, Zach Levine's not going and they got to replace him, I'm trying to figure out what the Trae Young holdup is.
I don't know. Just put Trae. Trae should be on the team
Keldon
already.
Johnson made it before Trae.
Yeah, I didn't get that either.
I
but
don't know.
It's Popovich's boy.
Yeah, but come on, Pop.
Right. This ain't buddy ball. This USA.
Yeah, USA really needed Keldon Johnson's 12 points per game. Okay.
Right.
All right.
It just confuses me, too, because I keep thinking they're saying Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, I thought you said that initially.
Like, what is going on? Why is Calvin playing basketball?
He would be sweet, though, if he did.
Oh, dude, can you imagine throwing an oop to Calvin Johnson?
It's like throwing up a lob to Giannis the other day.
Right.
We go to Central Michigan University's own Paige, our intern. What's going on?
So this past Sunday, Olivia Breen, who's a Paralympic athlete who is competing in the Tokyo Games, hopefully, as we were just talking about, actually was told by an official at the English Championships that her competition shorts were too short and inappropriate. Now, Breen says that she's been wearing the same style sprint briefs for many years, and they're specifically designed for her to be quick and compete in. They were official Adidas briefs that are a part of her track uniform as well. They're not just something that she was wearing. They are Adidas official briefs. And she plans to file a formal complaint with UK Athletics over this comment that was made towards her. So if you want to look at these briefs that she made, this is what she was made the comment at.
And honestly, to me, these are high-waisted briefs. Yeah. Like, I've seen much shorter on the waist, and I've seen much higher in the ass.
Mm-hmm. It just hurts because the official was actually also a woman. So the fact that she was making a comment towards another woman just kind of hurts a little bit, because it's like we're all supposed to be supporting each other. So it was just an unprofessional comment made by someone who doesn't necessarily represent the English Championships. But so she actually, Olivia Breen is going to make a statement, but she's filing a complaint so that other officials can learn what the actual regulations are, because she doesn't want these comments to be made towards any other athletes. So she wants this to be known that this was okay to wear. Like, this was in regulation. So she wants all officials, because there's a lot of volunteers, so she just wants everyone to be known that these were okay, and these are okay for other athletes and other younger women to wear as well.
So, Paige, I got a question for you. You're on the dance team at Central Michigan University. I haven't seen your dance outfits or anything. Do you guys ever get pushback from people saying it's too revealing? Like, do you have to have long conversations about what you can and can't wear and all that stuff?
Yeah, that's actually a great question, because I was actually going to bring this up. But our uniforms are actually very modest compared to other collegiate dance teams. Like Michigan and Michigan State, they have two-piece uniforms. Like Central Michigan, we are not allowed to wear two-piece uniforms at all. They're all one piece because our stomachs are revealing too much skin, which I find, I personally like two pieces, because we're dancing under the sun in the heat. It just allows more regulation. Like, we are sweating, and the fact that we can't show like this much skin, it kind of hurts me a little bit. But also, girls have actually been not yelled at, but kind of catcalled for being like, your guys' skirts are too short. We're like, they cover everything that needs to be covered, and we're dancers. They're like a costume.
Right.
So we've actually had parents, nobody like Central Michigan affiliated, but parents and other fans come up to girls and being like, your guys' skirts are too short, which I personally don't think they are. They don't show anything. But yes, we've had a lot of clapbacks for like our uniforms personally, but they're not anything different than any other school's uniforms. I just think it's older people or even men in certain situations just objectifying women's bodies when it's just a costume. It's just something that all dancers and all people who perform in those situations wear.
Have you guys ever pushed for the like 2 uniforms so you can show your stomachs and stuff like that? And what was the response? Just no,
Yeah.
sorry, you guys look like hoes.
So our coach has done it in the past.
stupid.
Exactly. We're like, okay, so that it makes them look bad because we're like, why? It's not a problem for us. We don't care that we are showing this. So why is it a problem for you to be looking? It is. Our coach has had the conversation before, and she says that it's just the same answer every time. Like, you guys are revealing too much. I told my coach, I want to make like a presentation and be like, this is Michigan State's uniform. This is Michigan's uniform. It says Western Michigan. Our literal like rivals, like Western Michigan's dancing, which is equivalent to us, is also wearing these 2-piece uniforms. So yeah, it kind of hurts because it's happening all around, and that's why Olivia Breen is making this, worldwide and making this so public is because it's happening in not only track but in every other sport with young girls coming up and trying to cover themselves up when it really isn't necessary.
Got it. Well, thank you, Paige, for that story, and sorry you got to deal with that. And just know that you girls should go full rebellion and just wear whatever the hell you want.
I think so too. I mean, we volunteer as a dance team. We're not like paid through the school. Like we don't get funding from them. So the fact that they can tell us what to wear kind of hurts. But yeah, I agree. I think girls should just be able to wear what they want, in regulation, of course. But
yeah,
I agree.
There ain't no regulation in this world right now, though. I love these outfits. Let's be real. Hey, I got to give a shout out to my people at Northwestern Tech because, listen, we're talking about do what you want for yourself. Do what you want in your own career. It's only a 10.5-month hands-on HVAC program. The heating and cooling experts here. 10.5 months, you'll have yourself a new career making that money. So check them out. northwesterntech.edu.
So what's up? My name is Sean Baligian. Glad to be a part of Baligian and Bell every day at 11. I'm the guy that gets pissed off at all the stupid sports fans out there.
What up, though? I'm Drake Bell here on the Baligian and Bell show here at Woodward Sports Network. Tap into the energetic Sean and the calm, smooth Drake Bell.
Would you like to win a custom-built chopper while helping our veterans at the same time?
Then watch as we turn this bike into a one-of-a-kind classic chopper.
Watch the Call Sam Chopper Shop on our social media channels and get your raffle ticket today at callsam.com/chopper shop.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for waking up with us this morning, being a part of the conversation. Make sure if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch, you drop a comment and make sure you hit the like button. We appreciate just knowing that you're there and communicating with you because it's a social network. Let's be social. Tonight, Game 6, NBA Finals. Corey, I feel like I don't even have to turn to you and ask you who you got. Because you've been saying Bucks in 6 since day one. So are you coming off of that now?
Not after the news I just heard.
Uh-oh, what'd you just hear?
Tonight's lead crew chief for the game.
No.
Scott Fisher, baby. Woo!
All right, well,
and CP3
okay, you should not be that excited.
And
Corey,
you
isn't
should not be that excited for
Corey,
officiating.
Isn't his name Scott Foster?
Foster, my bad. I was too happy. I was looking at fish, and I was looking at fish and saying Scott Foster.
Yeah, it is not my cousin. It's Scott Foster.
Scott Foster is going to be the lead official tonight. Chris Paul is 0-12 when in the playoffs when Scott Foster is the referee.
Now, one could argue the longer a streak goes, the closer it is to coming to an end.
Yeah, that ain't getting in the night, baby. not with the, first off, you got Drew Holiday playing great defense, and Scott Foster. You're gonna have Scott Foster and Drew Holiday both playing defense.
6 on 5 tonight, baby.
But no, all jokes aside, they're gonna be home, and they play better at home. I believe Giannis is gonna be Giannis. Chris Middleton, he's shown that throughout the playoffs he tends to play better at home, as do their role players. I expect Pat Connaughton and Bobby Portis to be those guys. I hope Drew Holiday doesn't just all of a sudden fall off the wagon. But as long as he continues to stay playing aggressive on defense and making things tough for Chris Paul, I expect him to go ahead and come out and win. Devin Booker, I think we're going to see him empty the clip tonight. I think we can expect Booker to go for 40 plus easily. I just think it's going to be. I think they're going to get steamrolled tonight. I'm going to go Bucks by 15.
Oh wow, Joey, what do you got?
I just don't see them being ahead 2-0 and then all of a sudden losing 4 straight. I don't see it, and I know obviously this whole officiating is not in Chris Paul's favor whatsoever, but I don't see Chris Paul being this close to getting his first ring after everything he's accomplished in his career and not pulling it off. I mean, these last couple of games, Chris Paul has not been playing like the Chris Paul we know.
Yeah, because Drew Holiday been locking his ass up.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely been stepping up. I mean, Drew Holiday, you look at his last game, definitely stepped up and did what he needed to do to give Giannis a little bit of support. Middleton's doing what he's got to do, but they just cannot be this consistent.
But
that
again,
is not the Bucks that I know.
We're again, Chris Paul can't be that close to getting the ring. But shoot, Giannis is at home tonight. This is going to be literally his best shot to get a ring in the foreseeable future because when the Nets come back healthy, they're going to be a problem that they're going to have to deal with. The 76ers are going to get better. Everybody in the East is going to get better. This is the Bucks window tonight for Giannis to get his first ring. This is his best shot. This is Chris Paul.
This his only shot.
This finals is Chris Paul's best shot, but Chris Paul can honestly leave the Suns, possibly wind up on the Lakers or somewhere, and eke out a ring there. This is Giannis' best shot for the foreseeable future to get his first ring.
To me, this is really like the Suns' first big test of the playoffs, which is interesting because you look at the Bucks, they've been tested throughout. They've gone down 0-2 in several series, and they've bounced back, so they've gained that grit and that wherewithal. Like the Suns, they got to show out tonight or their season's over.
Giannis,
so, like you said, Booker's going to come out. He's going to empty the clip. They definitely have to just lay it all out there. There is no Game 7 if you don't win Game 6. So the fact that they won 2, got comfortable, it looked like, and it was like, all right, we could let Game 3 slide. That's the game the Bucks are supposed to win. Then the Bucks pull off Game 4, which they probably shouldn't have, and then they kick their ass in Game 5, which they probably shouldn't have. And it's just like, wow, you catch yourself in this position because you let off the gas. So hopefully the Suns know how to return it back on because I want to see a Game 7. I really do.
I will, as a fan of basketball, Game 7s are fun because you get to see both teams lay it on the line. But a close out Game 6 at home, you're gonna win the title on your home court with 25,000 plus in the arena. Probably
they said 65.
65 outside?
Outside. They said 65,000 outside.
Expect that to be 100. Expect that to be 100 easily tonight. They are not losing this. If they lose this game, they're not winning the series. If the Bucks lose this game, they're not winning the NBA championship. Is that simple?
I am pulling a Charles Barkley guarantee on the game for the Suns. They just I don't see it, especially last game. They played awful. I don't get. Yes, Devin Booker went off. Yes, Ayton had a good game, but they're just coming back. They're no chance gonna let that leader in Chris Paul not get this.
Fish, you had your hand up. What'd you want to say, buddy?
Yeah, I want to school you guys for a few seconds. So the Suns were up 2-0, right? And the day after, or whenever you guys talk about the Game 3 for the NBA Finals. You guys were saying, oh, Suns are going to win because they're up 2-0. Suns are going to win. Blah, blah. Now, I know the Suns have swept before in the playoffs, so we've seen that. But normally, home teams win because that's what's supposed to happen. The Suns are supposed to be 2-0 up, and the Bucks are supposed to tie it at 2-2.
Right.
If that doesn't happen, then the teams are bad. You're supposed to win at home.
Yeah.
So you guys were saying the Suns are great. Oh, my God, the Suns are going to sweep the Bucks.
Didn't I
Suns in 4.
also say a series doesn't start until a team loses at home?
And that was last game.
Well, sure, but you guys did say Suns are going to win. Suns in 4. Bucks have no chance. Well, the Suns are supposed to be 2-0 up at home.
They are.
So what's supposed to happen? And the Bucks are supposed to be 2-2 at home because that's what's supposed to happen.
So who you got tonight? The Bucks are at home. You think they're going to win? Because the Suns just lost their last home game.
That is correct.
Yep.
Well, I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but
who you got tonight?
It's supposed to be 2-2. Now it's 3-2 Bucks. I think Suns are going to win.
Oh, okay. Nice. So back-to-back road wins for the teams.
Yes.
That'll be interesting.
But I just schooled you guys because you were going all crazy about the Suns, and I just wanted to bring you down because, what happened 2-2
Fish, you're always there to bring
happen.
us down, and I appreciate that.
Now, what happened on Saturday, that was not supposed to happen.
Right. Well, we'll find out tonight. The game is at 9 o'clock. I'm going to the Tigers game, and I'm leaving probably a little bit early so I can watch the
you better
NBA
get out
Finals
of there
game. Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun night at Comerica. Then it's going to be a fun night on my couch.
Just so you know,
watching some
Tigers are
basketball.
going to win, and they're going to have like some ninth inning drama that you're going to miss.
You know what would suck, Stick, if you were the reason that they break this undefeated after All-Star break?
I'm going to tell y'all right now, if the Bucks stomp the Suns' ass out tonight, I'm going to be insufferable tomorrow.
I expect it. You're not telling me nothing I don't know. So, Fish, you ready for your facts, buddy? All right, let's hit Fish's intro for Fish's facts right now on the Woodward Sports Network.
Time? Yeah, it is. Fish!
Go Fish. Fish facts.
It's fish!
All right, Fish, what kind of facts you got for us today, my friend?
We'll have NBA Fun Facts tomorrow after the game. We have baseball, because that's the thing that's happened last night. There is Olympics tonight. First game. The official obviously doesn't start till Friday, the opening ceremony, but today is softball. Australia versus Italy tonight at 8 o'clock. So maybe flip the channel back and forth between Tigers and softball and NBA Finals? No?
Yeah, you can.
Just me? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have a video today, and this is not very impressive, but it is a video from overseas. This is darts. The crowds are back in the darts, and people are very excited about darts. That shot necessarily wasn't impressive, but darts is back, and there's a big crowd, probably 10, 15,000 people going crazy in their goofy outfits. So, very exciting. Love to see darts. You got big dart fans?
I like darts. I don't watch it like you, but I like darts.
Well, they're exciting. They got full crowds now, so obviously when you watch darts, you got people singing and chanting and going crazy. Still love darts. We go from darts to baseball. Not very similar, although actually you need accuracy in both sports. The San Francisco Giants, second time the Giants have gone back-to-back first inning homers at the Dodgers. The other was July 4th, 1921, 4th of July, by the way. Ross Youngs and High Pocket Kelly.
Nice.
And they were DHs in that game. We go to the Nationals. Juan Soto has now hit his 11th opposite field home run since the start of 2020, ties with Kyle Schwarber for the most among left-handed batters.
Nice. I like that stat.
So Schwarber is looking good. He's on the Cubs, right? Still on the Cubs?
He has looked good since he came into the league, man.
8+ home runs in a 9-inning span versus the Giants single season since 1901. Max Muncy, congratulations to him on the Dodgers. Nolan Arenado, Mike Schmidt, and Hack Wilson in 1929.
I love the old-timey baseball names. Hack Wilson. That just sounds like an old-timey baseball player.
It is an old-time baseball.
Right.
We go back to 1858. By the way, today is the 20th of July. 1858. The first baseball game to have a fee. So you got to pay to get in.
Huh.
How much money do you think tickets were?
5 cents.
Yeah, like 25 cents.
Oh, well, this must have been a high-profile game. 50 cents.
Ooh, ballin'.
It was New York and Brooklyn, and I mean, it says baseball game, but I think this was like a hockey or a football game. 22-18.
Okay.
Was the score?
Not too great of pitchers back then, huh?
No, well, in that particular game.
Yeah.
Hank Aaron hit his 755th home run off the Angels' Dick Drago, 1976. So I'm assuming Maz will have that on his...
This Day in Sports?
Yeah, This Day in Sports. Because there was film back then in 1976, so he can actually show us video of that. We have birthdays, and notice I put the S on birthdays because we have multiple of them. 1929, Mike Ilitch.
Oh,
it is
nice.
his birthday today.
Man, that guy changed the shape of Detroit.
So he's a Detroit legend. We have another Detroit legend, 1978, Pavel Datsyuk.
Oh, another guy who changed the face of Detroit.
He's also from Russia. And we have a basketball birthday who I hate because he chose not to be in the Australian national team, 1996, Ben Simmons.
Oh, okay. Ben Simmons Australian?
Yes, sir.
I did not know that.
Yep, he opted
Is that
not
why he
to
sucks
go.
in the league?
That makes sense.
Just messing with you, Fish.
No. Well, I want him to suck because he's not on the team.
Yeah.
There you go, Fish.
Australia could win a gold medal. They did beat the United States 2 times in a row.
He's no Baines or Dellavedova.
So he could. So watch out for Australia. Also watch out for Spain and France. So they play France on Sunday. Oh, you guys took care. Time for Dumbasses Day with Joey.
All right, let's go, Joey.
The Detroit Pistons select Darko Milicic.
World's dumbest criminal.
Well, so much for me calling him savvy because he had no idea where he's on the field.
And he crosses too many timeouts. It's a technical foul.
Man, some of my favorite people in this world are carnies.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm pissed that I got to give a carny an award. Because, you know the ring toss game?
Oh, yeah.
How is this guy going to turn his back when these kids are attempting the ring toss? Watch. All of them in sync at the same time, going nuts. I love it.
All that for a goldfish that's going to die before you reach the parking lot.
Damn.
Dude, I hate those
That's
goldfish.
why you get a stuffed animal.
Yeah? You like the stuffed animals?
So that they laugh. I don't go to carnivals. I do know what they are, though, unlike movies.
You don't like carnivals, Fish?
No, I'm not a huge carnival guy.
I missed the St. Mary's Fair, man. It didn't
2
happen
years,
last
right?
year.
2 years.
I know. I used to, like, honestly, 20 years every Memorial Day.
Memorial
That's
Day.
where I was, getting my Polish combo and playing some carny games.
It helps I'm not a big rides fan. So
Yeah.
that certainly helps.
Well, shout out to the carnies right now watching. Hope you guys have a great day setting up your rides and, taking people's money for your scam games. We appreciate you, and we appreciate everybody waking up with the Morning Woodward Show every morning, 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. right here on the Woodward Sports Network. Coming up next, Baligian and Bell will be on from 11 to 1. And then, of course, The Hook from 3 to 5. And don't forget, at 10 p.m. tonight, we do our esports show, EpEcenter, with our very own Mikey. So you guys have a great day. We will talk to you tomorrow on the Woodward Sports Network.